And that's how 420 really came to be named.
Oh,
Absolutely amazing. Beautiful. No notes.
It's stunning. It's so beautiful.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dice Soup, brought to you by Once Upon a D20 at patreon.com/OnceUponA D20. Or wherever you find your videos, like here on Twitch. Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Such wild, much surprise.
Indeed. we are less not on time than usual. I love that for us. This time, all my fault. Everybody else was ready but me. So, well done. As you can hear, perhaps, I don't sound at my full best voice right now. So you might occasionally hear me jumping around
to try and sound a little bit less shitty.
But I will try and keep myself as neutral as possible for as much as possible. But we come back to it. Do we have any announcements? Anybody doing anything fun right now that we want to plug?
Flat Nerd Group is going to be all over C2E2, the big convention next weekend. So we are going to be doing our thing, buzzing around, talking to various people, and I'll be, of course, on the lookout for good third-party gaming companies. And for the first time in a long time, I'm actually going to use my TikTok because I'll be somewhere where I think it's worth using.
Got to use it. Got about 9 months left with it now.
Oh, damn.
Then I'll just go to IG then. Whatever. I'm flexible.
That's all right. We will keep talking no matter how much they try and quiet us.
I do also have one. I don't know if I'm in yet, but I applied to work with the Strangers Guild, which is very fun, and I'm very excited about that. If it goes through, it is a guild run by several different creators on TikTok. Absolutely great. They run D&D and other game systems. Super fantastic. I've applied to start working with them. If it goes through, I will let you guys know, and I will let you guys know where to find us, of course. But for the time being, I just want to say, hey, I'm trying that out. And if you want to figure out who's in the
happiness let's put happiness into the world and hope for that to return to you.
Yeah.
For me, actually, one thing similar in a similar vein, something I've never talked about on here because of the fact that I've been so busy with everything else in my life, I haven't had a chance to really contribute to it. But I am.
Yeah. Happy after tax day, by the way.
Yeah. I am a tax preparer in my real life, so it's busy. It was busy. It's now way less busy. But I am part of what's called the Beggar Talk Book Club. It was started by Bearded Inspiration and has several members like Miss Kara Fish and Out of Print GM, DM Mikey Da, all those guys. So they're really awesome. And and basically the whole content is just basically making sure that more obscure or startup TTRPGs are kind of brought to light. So we kind of feature things like last month was Monster of the Week. One of the things that nobody really everybody knows about, but nobody really plays because everybody's focused on D&D. It's the whole point of Beggar Talk Book Club is to bring attention to other TTRPGs. So it's just an unofficial little group club thing where we just say, hey, isn't this cool? And then we just throw it out there. So
all right. Fantastic.
Oh, and because apparently it's good for algorithm and whatnot, don't forget to follow, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications and all that fun jazz. And I did remember something else as well, because Brandon Sanderson, please sponsor us.
You see,
hey, you know
still
what?
Be saying these things at the end.
I don't appreciate that, but I also do because Brandon Sanderson sponsors me.
All right. So, speaking of, I'm not the only person having voice fun today. You're gonna hear Slayer in all of his Slayery glory. Oh my God! Doesn't he sound crisp?
I ask all of you to please headcanon that he had late stage puberty between last session and this one.
I ask that you know, and to just redact that statement from your memory ever, because I don't appreciate it.
with the modulator on.
Last comment.
With the modulator on, you sound like what's his name from Flight of the Conchords, Jermaine.
Yeah.
You sound like Jermaine from Flight of the Conchords.
I think that's a
I have
compliment.
no idea who that is.
You don't?
Yeah.
Look it up, buddy.
Yeah, you should
I
look
know
that
who
up.
Flight Conchords is,
great.
but I don't know which one of them that
He's the
guy is.
hip-hop
The deeper voice.
Yeah, I'm talking about the hip hop, the hip hopopotamus. His lyrics is bottomless.
Hip hop. Hip hop.
Indeed. But when last we left off, speaking of Slayer being freed,
Good Lord.
Yeah. He's freed.
In a very uneventful way, nothing major happened at all to cause that.
Oh, don't think you're getting out of it.
Things that
But-
do not need to be addressed whatsoever happened.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
addressing it.
beautiful things happened. Specifically, going to the Feywild, going and very politely hunting down some folk. A little bit of dealing and wheeling twice. Dealing with two particularly powerful archfey, one of them perhaps a little more powerful than the other. And all in all, escaping with more than you left with, for sure. For most of you, in fact.
It just a
But,
nice, peaceful, calm transaction.
Yes, a nice, peaceful,
Hey,
calm
was that-
transaction. No blood was shed or shared at all. It was sanguine, yes, peaceful, yeah, bloody. But in getting back to the material plane,
Because Akira saw what they saw. They saw those nails going his
Indeed.
scalp. Saw that.
I think that bothered
Oh, yeah.
more than Akira.
But he looks fine now.
He's got a full head of
He
hair.
does look fine now.
Is he?
Luscious, beautiful hair down to his mid back.
His hair is just okay.
It just happens to be a little oil sheen colored. It's fine.
Shades is just
his
meeting
hair,
him.
but-
I don't know.
it's just
It
okay.
seems fine.
But when it comes down to it, you got back to Zephyra. Some of you went off to Singorn to go and schmooze and deliver and share a meal with the voice of memory, Westra. And some of you stayed behind to have a conversation. Billidoo, 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 billidoo.
Yes, we did.
My brain put all the waves there.
For just a little bit,
So many waves.
until they finally showed back up. Yeah, Luca did decide to stay behind to have a moment to speak with Shade.
Shade's probably just, going through his things, making sure he's got all of his stuff in his places and all that funness.
Decompressing.
Yeah. Getting back to a normal...
Taking all the extra shit out of his bag that we can put back into the cart.
That too.
Getting clothing,
What cart?
When we get
Oh,
there.
yeah,
When do we
still
get there?
hidden.
When do we get there?
Yeah. All right, so Shade, there was something that I wanted to speak to you about.
What might that be?
Well, sometime after your disappearance, we were contacted by someone who claimed to be your employer.
Oh. And...
Came looking for us specifically. They were quite suspicious. We told them the truth of the situation, but you have to admit that it's quite a far-fetched story. And we weren't sure how long they were going to give us before they decided to come for us. Now that we've got you back, you might want to get in touch with them. And
That was on my list of things to do. I was just getting my bearings again. Now having, all my faculties back together.
you also might want to consider perhaps coming clean.
Dun, dun, dun.
I guess I could, but I mean, at this point, what don't you guys already know?
There's a lot we don't actually know. We don't know exactly why you sought us out.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that one was indeed kind of how I had told you. It was true interest into what was going on with your group. That was primarily it. Just investigating.
So you're assessing if we're a threat?
You could say. But as you can tell, either it backfired immensely on me for not saying anything to you guys sooner, but either way, I think things would have probably happened the same way.
Shade, I don't think it backfired. We went to the Feywild to rescue you.
You're not wrong. And
I think it's
really
safe to say that. I think it's safe to say that we value you, and we think that you're somebody worth risking our lives to save.
And
now, you don't have to tell the whole story. You don't even have to say anything right now. But we risked our lives for you, and a little bit of truth goes a long way. So just think about it. Think about it. That's all. You don't have to do anything right now. For right now, I'm just glad that you're safe.
yeah, same. I'm very, very happy to not be a puppet for that individual anymore. It was not fun.
Would you like me to contact the man that we met in Huppadook?
No, I can take care of that myself. I've got my ways of getting a hold of him.
All right. Saves me some spells. I'm not complaining.
Yeah. No, they gave me a way to get a hold of him when I need to. But yeah, I'll definitely have to let them know that I'm doing all right now. But I'll definitely put some thought into that. I need to really let everybody know my reason, I guess, for being here, just to set everybody at extra ease, I guess. Yeah.
Well, from the bottom of my heart, little furry friend, welcome back.
It's great to be back. And okay, let's see here. Because you were one of the first members still, so you actually, I got to know you a decent amount at the beginning. So you know what, just as he would now, actually being free and whatnot, he'd probably hop up and like give you a hug. Just thankfully
that would make
being
Lucas
back.
so happy.
Just thankfully being back, you know.
That's cute.
Nobody else is really there, but you know, you get a hug.
You have to resist the urge to pet him so hard.
Luca will not comment on the hug, but he will hug back and be very warm and fuzzy inside.
Like Shade is on the outside.
Yeah, exactly.
And very pointedly not check his pockets afterwards.
I had no ulterior motive. I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Moneybags.
Ulterior motive? I don't even know her.
As well, after
One of my favorite kitchen jokes. Corner, I barely know her.
Yeah.
Wow. that I've got nothing. You get all the inspiration. Well done.
Oh, thanks.
Perfect.
All of it.
I had no defenses today, but also after
I already have inspiration. Can somebody else take it?
Yeah, sure. You can pass it on to somebody else.
Who does?
Who has an empty inspiration?
I have one actually.
I do not.
Kira, you can take it.
Right.
I saw your hand first.
Beautiful.
All right, and then upon returning from Singorn and the voice of memory, introducing herself, glad handing, passing some stuff off, very pointedly saying that she left a little bit of extra gift in the guitar case, but being embarrassed to to be present for the opening of her gift. Asked that you wait until she left.
And on my end, I will open that after everyone else falls asleep.
But before everybody else falls asleep.
Come up with that. Slayer's really interested what's in that case. You better open it.
I mean, Valineth might just see it because, like, I don't know, I only need 4 hours of meditation.
I can time it particularly.
He says, not knowing when I'm gonna go to bed.
Does your house have rafters? I will go up to the rafters and open it.
Probably not.
Dang it.
Actually, no. It's hollowed out mountainside.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
And I was
probably
gonna say,
not.
and it's probably head level for me. So what's in the box?
Okay, I'll open the box.
What's in the box?
I've been peer pressured, but I'll open the box.
You have been peer pressured.
It's just your turn.
It was the voice. You have to admit it was the voice.
Yeah, it was the voice. Yeah,
It was the voice.
Does he get automatic advantage on all intimidation checks from now on? Or?
Maybe on
To
you.
be clear, the best part to me is that I can't fucking hear the voice, so I have no idea.
No, you just have
anymore.
to trust.
Yeah.
I love and hate that about voice changers.
Right. Well, I can have it set so I can hear myself.
I know, but then you're
But
hearing
then you
yourself
can't.
at the same time.
But then I can't talk.
It's a voice interrupter at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you get that delay.
So
when you
no sidetracking, what's in it?
Yeah, when you open, basically it's like the little pick case area, or like the pick and tuner and where you would put things, the extra accoutrement. On the inside, at first, you just see a few little things. There's actually a very nicely engraved pick with a pearl embedded in the top of it. It looks like the pearl itself is the grip part, and then it kind of flattens out and continues. It's all one piece. That it's this kind of abalone looking pick. Very nice. Has some glyph work etched into it. And then underneath it, there's a little red string that it looks like it leads to. You wouldn't really notice that there's a false bottom to this little box unless you were really looking for it. Like this little red string that kind of leads to a little part in the padded fluff for you to stick your finger in and open. And and as it opens up, the string pulls on a dagger hilt, where the abalone pick was a nice bright white pearl. The hilt of this dagger has a large black pearl, and embedded in it, and it looks like 8 kind of points, almost claws, kind of gripping onto it as a setting. And when you look at it, it almost looks like there's an eye slit in it at whatever angle that you look at the pearl. But then the rest of the blade itself, like the handle, is very well crafted, etched, the patterns etched into the leather, very fine steel cross guard and length of the blade. And you can tell kind of while you're holding it for at least a few seconds, you start to become at least a little more aware of what's in your immediate vicinity. You have a feeling that if you focused longer, your sight might go further.
Nice.
It should also maybe be, is it a new day? Maybe is the once a day identified too?
Yeah, we did
Haven't
have a
had a-
long rest. Oh, no, we haven't.
Haven't had a long rest yet.
We haven't had one rest yet. I wasn't sure.
Can I just roll investigation, see if I can try to figure out more about it?
Like,
I'll take it.
Have that feat. So
I'll take Arcana, or you could talk to one of the other people who definitely can identify.
I haven't.
Wait.
used mine yet.
I just have one free casting, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
And it's a first level spell, right?
Yeah, if you have another spell slot, you can use it. Obviously, there's Pearl to be used right here, right now.
Yeah. And the pearl's not consumed, right?
Pearl is not consumed, correct.
All right. I cast Identify.
Okay. It would identify as a dagger of blind sight.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
We'll go ahead and display it.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It is quite cool.
This is a dagger, you say?
It is, in fact, a dagger.
A dagger, you say? To
Indeed.
shreds, you say?
A dagger, you say? Means I can. Oh,
Dagger? I hardly know her.
You say?
Yeah, I was
Dude, anything that has at the end, oh my god, this is gonna be something.
It doesn't have to.
It's only
Yeah,
that's only
no,
making it worse.
True. The more I thought about it, yeah.
Personal choices.
But as the
seriously,
night
I hardly know her.
as the night wears on, I'm gonna start taking inspiration back. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, what's that?
The night wears on.
You're a liar. Liar, I hardly know her.
Not a liar. I'm a guitarist.
Never trust a man who plays guitar.
Wait, why?
Oh man.
Hey, you said it, not me. But
Her.
you're all able to. You're all able to rest. Some of you for the first time in a while.
Fuck.
And it was just an eternal day, just a really long day.
Bullshit.
Real.
That's what it was.
But-
Bullshit.
Bullshit is a correct way
I've
to
been resting
identify
this
it.
whole time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Indeed, very well rested.
Oh, I had the voice changer on that whole time? Oh, man.
Yeah.
See,
was
that's one of the
amazing.
things
Nobody
that
said
kind of
anything.
sucks. We thought you meant to have it. We don't know.
See, I can't hear it. I don't know. I trusted you.
You gotta pay attention to that toggle.
Not I trusted you.
No, you can't put it that way.
I trusted you.
I trusted you.
I'm kidding. All right, sorry.
But yes, as you finish your long rest, the morning breaks. Zephyr's morning is actually very chill is the only way I can put it, because you're on the western face of the mountains, so sun is rising in the east. Merely the sky is brightening up. It's not very intense. It's a sunset that is intense and quite beautiful. But
If it's morning, Akira has found somewhere to train in the nearby area. like whatever sort of exercises that they can muster.
When you go out to train, you actually see that there are a number of people out in the kind of common area around the little plateau where the tree is, that central area of town. There are a number of people out there, some of them a little bit more armored up than others, but all people of all sizes, halflings and humans and half-elves and dwarves, out there just kind of doing this almost, at least to you, it'd be more of a slower kind of close to Tai Chi, but with weapons, and particularly swords, the not long swords, but, or at least for most of them, kind of short swords, scimitars, daggers, just kind of going through and kind of going through different positions, very purposeful, very...
You see Val out there with them.
Akira will...
Yeah, Val already out there.
Akira will approach and look for whoever seems to be guiding the exercise. If there is someone guiding, if they're all in unison, then I will find kind of maybe do my best to weave to the first friendly looking person and just kind of start to mimic the motions when I can, and just kind of ask them, can I join?
I mean, I did say that I was out there.
Oh, yeah, it was real. I thought you were joking because I'm not used to
no.
Okay.
Val would have been up early, and back in like his, where he spent a decent amount of time before being gone for forever.
Oh, if Val is out there, then Akira will just partner up with Val and start going through the motions. And of course, I would pull out my own scimitar to join in.
Yes, would have his brain back off though, and his brawn back on so that he could do his own morning routine again like he usually used to do, and get used to that strength again. So he'd be out there exercising.
Seeing that Akira has joined the Tai Chi gang, Nyack would actually walk up to Slayer and say, Slayer, sorry, I had to find the voice. Do you think you could help me learn more about some hand-to-hand fighting?
Yeah, I could probably do a bit of that. I mean, I'm not exactly as good as Akira is at like hitting things.
Yes,
but
I don't want to bother them while they're doing that. We'll probably ask them soon, but for today at least.
Akira's hands are rated E.
For today at least, I was wondering if I could get
everybody, baby.
Your perspective on the matter.
Oh yeah. Cool. Hey, we just follow.
Did you say we can spar?
Yeah, they show you and stuff.
Sounds good. Do remember my bones are hollow.
Fine.
Right. Yeah. I'll be careful.
And I'll join Slayer for some training this fine morning.
And Akira, for you, the person who seems to be leading it, with a very nice, it's basically silver on steel, runed kind of rapier, long, not thin, but but thin for a broad blade, and she's kind of leading the dance, and without even stopping but continuing, we'll just say, we welcome all to study Zephyraton.
Akira acknowledges and thank you.
All right,
Very
I can compliment now.
very respectfully towards them.
We invite all to study the Zephyraton.
Ooh, nice. Thank you. And Akira will continue.
From where do you? Yeah, from where do you come? Just kind of you kind of joining into the emotion.
I am from Grimgalir originally.
Oh, from up in the mountains as well.
Yes.
I've never found myself that far west.
It is quite the land. I've traveled quite far recently.
Indeed, you're one of Paladin's friend, yeah?
Yes.
Are you all going to be staying in town?
I believe this is just a brief, I believe, as we like to say, we're just passing through.
Well, in that case, we will be sad to lose such wonderful people.
I'm sure we'll be back to visit, but we have things to take care of elsewhere, and this was just kind of a stop on the way.
Your form is unique. You're adapting very fluidly.
I have been studying martial arts for quite some time. It's a passion. I learned at the hands of a Goliath, and I actually now apprentice with another Goliath. It's kind of funny how life is.
Indeed. We all learn from most unexpected of places. I too studied with not Goliath. They were other giant folk. There were other druids that lived in mountains on the western side of the Dwendalian Empire.
Oh.
They taught me some control over the flow of lightning.
Lightning. I know someone who lightning is definitely their signature. Interesting.
Indeed.
Yeah, Cord.
Yes. I know Cord, but also you.
Yeah, Cord.
Yeah.
Talk about the same guy.
But, yes, if you ever find yourself just passing through again, you're welcome to study with us early. I've recently had fortune to take on a new apprentice of my own. And she gestures to a young halfling man right near her. He's a man, but he's young. But well toned. And he barely looks up to acknowledge that he's being talked about before going right back into focus. His parents, well, his father and his husband were recently slain in the same attack that took Valin's parents from us.
Oh.
I forgot about that.
These are some weird, troubled times we find ourselves in. After has not been on a view of the larger world for a while. Then all of a sudden we find ourselves set and troubled. The more very capable people such as yourself definitely welcome.
I will share this plight with my comrades, especially the Slayer. He would want to hear of this, and maybe there is something we can do to help.
I'm in the middle of this very peaceful moment.
You're still in the voice.
I realized I was still in the voice. In the middle of this very peaceful moment, you kind of see a little bit of a in the air, kind of closer to where the tree is, close to the edge, and then suddenly a of antler and red hair, flanked by a person in a bird mask and a Derek, and you see Keyleth, Keyleth, Derek, and Blackbird appearing there and saying, "I swear they're not in the Feywild. I found them." See, I told you we'd find them.
Akira will make a beeline towards Derek and Blackbird, giving them big hugs and little probably unintentional mental shouting, like happy mental shouting, but just kind of like projecting into their minds how happy I am.
Mm-hmm.
And they both bring it in, and the sorry we missed all the fun, and Blackbird very much just looking dead at you through the mask and saying, "You got him?
They're back. Both are here.
Wonderful.
And both have some big stories to tell."
Well, sorry for all the mix-up. And they both start walking away, and you see Keyleth kind of holding the side of her face, just like, like just kind of in a like headache kind of way, like a migraine kind of way. And she kind of looks like she breathes a heavy sigh after everything, and just kind of sits at the base of the tree, kind of like on the roots, and is just kind of sitting there for a moment, looking out over the cliff edge. both for Val and for Akira or anybody else who might be there.
I was reading something. I missed something there. I heard my character's name.
I was like, Keyleth appeared, looking a little frazzled, but brought back Derek and Blackbird.
Oh, sweet.
Talking about how I swear they're not in the Feywild. We'll if they're anywhere, hopefully they're here. Aha! See, there they are.
Keyleth's one that so saying that.
Yeah, and then while Derek and Blackbird giving glad hands and thankfulness to find you guys, Keyleth just kind of sits and looks like she's having a little bit of a migraine and looking out over the cliff edge.
Oh hell, Val and Ethel going off and approach her and try and make sure she's doing all right. So, Keyleth, you seem a little frazzled there. You doing all right?
Oh, Twilight Dew. Good to see you. Good to catch up. My father tells me that you're a pretty expert alchemist.
I didn't catch exactly what that was.
Oh. My father says that you're a pretty expert alchemist.
I'm all right. I've been getting better with time, which I've had a decent amount of now, but I don't know. It's quite nice of a compliment, but I don't see myself as such, but I might be. But why bring that up?
I have something I haven't told much of the rest of our people because I have to project strength, voice of the tempest, everything. And she very purposefully kind of stands, takes her shoulder mantle, the mantle of the tempest, kind of brings it up and covers up to the sides of her hamburger. And you watch as she closes her eyes and lets off of the concentration of her alter self. And you watch as her hands look like some veins of blood. And her face looks like it has some veins of black. Just little bits where it looks like there's something besetting her body.
Ooh, that's something rather not good.
And she kind of moves part of her clothing off to the side and shows a wound that looks nearly as fresh as the day it was made. And she says, I have a deep connection to the magic of our world. I've tried all of the healing I know how. But I just use every ounce of power that I have in the strongest magics that I know to help you all. And I don't know if I'm going to get them back while this is besetting me.
Understandably.
I need someone who knows help me to be here to help me. My father, my mother's back. You were gone before she even left.
I've been gone for quite some time.
She left on her island to take over for us and got lost for decades. Most of my growing up years. And well, now she's back.
It's good to hear.
I inherited the voice.
I see.
Instead of her. And so she's able to see to a lot of the other things that we need as far as magic goes. She's been kind of stopped by this, and you have some years on me.
I've got years on quite a few people now that I've gotten back.
But we'll be all the better for having you around. And to especially study this. And she kind of focuses again and channels the alter self as she has it will. And is able to morph back into normal, ordinary looking.
Well, I've yet to get to say to the rest of the party and whatnot, but I was primarily there to help them get their friend Shade back, so as much as fun as I've had with them and whatnot, I do see my potential and expertise would probably be better used here.
Akira watching and hearing this, because they followed Val over, they are gonna say, I think maybe we should have her tell this to everyone in person.
I don't really want this.
I think the less people
don't want
know,
this thing.
the better in this matter.
We were attacked. This came from the same thing that slayed your parents and so many others. They were trying to get me. I only survived it because other people put themselves in harm's way.
That's what people do.
So, if I don't mind you telling people that you're here on, or you need to remain here on business, what have you, but a fewer details for all of us.
I don't need necessarily to divulge much. I can let them know that my assistance is needed, and well, again, as I stated, my primary goal for joining up with them has been fulfilled. As great of time it's been, but might focus on something else for the time being, and I feel they'll understand that.
Alright. And she she very clearly bows to pardon herself away. I have received news that Naya,
You're still in the modulator.
Still is.
Yes.
I know.
Oh, okay. We didn't know if it was on purpose or not.
Sorry. Okay.
See, these voice mods, man. You never know.
You never know until you try. But you had something you needed to address with somebody.
Yeah. When I kind of wrap up sparring with Slayer, looking much worse for wear than Slayer does, my plumage is kind of sitting in every direction. I'll kind of slick that down, and then I'll pull out kind of a note from my breast pocket, read it, and for anyone who is watching, I do look concerned after reading it, and then I'll fold it back up and I'll kind of bury any emotions that I had about that, and I'll walk up and I'll say, Asher, would you accompany me as I look for anyone who might sell or barter chalk? Just regular old chalk.
To Asher?
Yes.
Okay, I heard you talking. I didn't hear my name, so I was like, is he talking to me?
No.
He opened with it, but...
Yeah, it started with Asher.
I didn't realize, sorry. I heard you talking and I was like, because you said you were sparring, I was like, oh, I'm not here. Oh, he's talking to me. Oh, okay. No, at this point, you would have walked up on Asher, basically, just not having to train in the morning. So he's just like, what time is it? Like,
I don't know what you're talking about, so I didn't need that memo.
And so,
I'm just kidding.
when you finally come across him, feeling like, yeah, I guess, you need to do what now? You want to buy some stuff?
I need to see if anyone in this town barters and or sales chalk. You see that? You remember that teleportation spell I did last night? I need more chalk for that. I really only got one casting of it left.
Yeah, okay, I mean, that's fine, I'll go with you.
And if anyone else is around, like maybe Luca or Shade, I would say, do y'all think one of y'all could figure out the sigil sequence for teleportation circle somewhere in Craghammer while I'm gone?
I could definitely try to...
Oh yeah, Luca, you met Timothy's dad. You could send him. Right?
I could do that, yeah.
And typically they're written in Draconic, so it may actually be best for you, Luca, to find that out for us.
Yeah. I mean, could you let him know actually even like what happened to me, and that we're on our way back. We're coming.
Yeah, I could do that.
And as that's happening, my last thing would be, Valineth, would you know of anyone who might sell or barter for chalk?
Oh, we're back in
I was just gonna say, have we even managed to get back yet? Because we were out training and whatnot.
I didn't know if you had.
Taking place during.
Yeah, that would be Jeremy's decision if we're back already.
I didn't know if you had. You had said something. Oh wait, no, you were talking a Shade. Wow, 2 characters is throwing me off.
I'm not sure because I had
disregard that.
You're telling me.
Disregard me asking Valineth that. I'll just kind of wander out, and when I do, I'll kind of like hook a wing around Asher, kind of like guiding him out, and just start wandering until I find an area that looks promising.
Hey, you want to pick up like some kind of like breakfast or something like that? Because I'm hungry.
We can definitely do that, friend.
Does anybody sell kolaches around here? Hey, I'll be
looking around, there are no kolache shops. Though there are people that are baking bread in these lovely wood fire ovens here in the morning. Those stone ovens that they're actually built into the mountainside a little bit, and then kind of have a chimney a ways up so that it all goes up and away from the food. But there are people seen to making loaves this morning, kind of with the stone and wood tools.
Is it clear that they're this is a business they're selling, or is this just some guy who's making bread outside? Just
Ooh, excuse me.
Oh, it's definitely a business.
Okay.
It's kind of an outdoor setup.
Gotcha.
Around where this oven is, and there are these different loaves, these circular kind of sourdough loaves, kind of the long braided, more brioche looking loaf.
Okay. In that case, what I'll do is I'll casually stroll on by, and I'll fish around in my pocket, pull out a handful, beginning pointedly 5 silver, placing it on the counter and just grabbing a loaf of bread. Not even doing a proper transaction, just here's money, I'm taking food.
And you walk by, and
that one's crisp.
One of the guys turns around and sees you. You put 5 silver down.
Yeah.
Your voice changed still?
It was supposed to.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he runs over and sees all 5 silver, and he's like, "Do you need some more?"
No, it's all good. I just take the one. It's a full loaf, but
Yeah.
bread. So I just take it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Seeing this go down, I would stop him and I would say, do you know of anyone who might sell chalk? I know it's a weird question, but
Oh, we have some geologist type folk people sell geodes and things. Oh, might have sorry, she moves her wares around sometimes. Not that many people just come through. When people come through in larger amounts, she'll usually find her way out here into the square to pop up a table and sell things. Honky is Arden, and she is just a lovely elder woman. I say lovely. She's a little cantankerous from time to time, but she knows her rocks.
Oh, the cantankerous ones are quite the best. Thank you for your help. I'll go around looking, seeing if I see her, and if I don't, I'll show back up here, see if she appeared here for a while.
You will know her by the multitude of colors in her hair. Usually, I can't tell you what they'll be, because usually they change from day or week to day or week. But there are usually several colors in her hair.
It sounds simple enough. Thank you for your help. I'm gonna keep kind of rushing Asher along, and as we're walking, I'm specifically.
Do you wanna know if he paid for 10 moves?
Sure.
And he just holds up a circle or a more blocky one.
I will definitely take it. Thank you for your patronage. Wait, no, that's not the right word.
Thank you. The rest, just put the others on standby, I'd say. Just anybody else wants one, they can't afford one, give it to them.
Sure.
You got it, man. Thank you.
And then I'm going to kind of walk him along, still guiding him by my wing. And I'm looking specifically for like an alley or an outcropping to kind of.
As you're nudging me, I'm like, you know, I can walk, right? Like I'm good.
I'm still keeping my wing behind you.
There are outcroppings and places to go.
All right. When I see a good one that looks kind of obscured, I will kind of, I don't want to say bum rush him, but kind of like rapidly move him into one of those positions.
As you push me in, I'm just hit the wall. I'm like, hey, what the hell? What's going on?
Cassia.
Yeah?
I think we need to have another word or two.
Are we gonna go get chalk or not? Like, what's up, man?
We are. But first, what in the nine hells were you thinking?
Are you still on that? Come on, man. It's in the past.
No. It is still an ever-present part of your being now.
Whatever. It's fine.
No. We're not going to brush this off. We are going to have a word about it.
Well, considering it's already been brushed off, I feel like we're good to move on. So, can we go get the chalk, please?
Cassia. You and I both know that you didn't do that just genuinely out of the goodness of your heart to save Slayer and Shade. You and I both know you did this for her, and I don't think you realize how bad of a deal that was for you. You made a deal with the one person who won't let you show the true appreciation that you have for her. Even after you had me make an entire dossier of all the information I could find on her, and you still couldn't find her. After doing everything you could, I know you appreciate and care for her, but at the same time, you have made a pact with the one patron who will make sure you can never truly show that care for her. Do you really understand that?
You think this is about Reese?
I sure as hell do.
Are you serious right now? You think I would do that? All of that? For the likes of... Listen, I'm after her for one reason. One reason alone. And that is to get something back that she has. But no, I wouldn't go through all this for her. It's simple enough. No.
So why did you go through it?
I'm trying to find my mom, okay? I have no idea where the hell she is. I've not known forever. She left me and my dad in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. And I just wanted some words with her, okay? I wanted to know where she is, how she is, who she is. And the only thing I had left from her, Reese took from me. So yeah, I am after Reese for sure, but you think I'd make a deal with an archfey just to find that bitch?
Why didn't you ask me? You saw I have the skill to find out information about people, and yet you leave it just at Reese. I could have found more about your mother as well.
Why do you think I asked an archfey, dude?
Enlighten me.
How much did you actually hear when she was, about 3 inches deep into my dome?
How much did I hear? It's the question.
Like,
I don't think we heard anything outside.
Oh.
I don't think us on the outside heard much of anything that she was saying to you.
Like, I know in that moment there was a lot of just me and her, nobody else around. So I was like, I don't know if they could actually hear anything or what they saw or what. So, Jeremy, did they hear anything?
I mean, Sean heard what she said to you, but Akira heard.
Exactly. It's like, we all as our people.
We know.
Yeah. I mean, that is fair.
We know.
So I would have just, I'd been like,
We know how
Slayer was a part of her at the time. I don't know if
she
you heard it.
She got you. Slayer was inside us. He may have heard the whole thing.
No, was he at the time, or was he already released at that point?
No.
He was not released.
That was the transaction. The transaction happened first, and then yeah.
Slayer was in there.
No!
Yeah.
Well,
I
then,
mean,
okay,
then
honestly,
again,
if I didn't hear it, I think that's better for my assuming it's Reese. I will justify it by my 22 passive investigation.
No, it's fun.
And assuming that it's Reese.
No,
Only a
Slayer.
22?
Slayer, no.
I have a
Yeah.
passive 22 investigation.
I
Yeah.
kind of
Only
assumed
22?
that's where you was
Shut the hell up.
going, so I let it happen. So,
Um,
so I said, how much? You didn't hear much. Okay, if you didn't hear what she said, okay, dude, I'm not exactly from infernal birth myself.
well,
I'm technically Feyborn.
Do, do, do.
welcome to the club. Still,
Do.
I understand where you like your nature and everything like that, but she's evaded me in every turn, no matter where I've been able to find. Now, not that she's intentionally evading me. I don't know, because I don't know where the hell she is. But no matter where I go, no matter how hard I dig, I can't find anything out about her or who she is or where she is. So I figured that maybe one of the most powerful Archfey in existence could possibly find her.
because see, the reason I bring this up, and I don't mean to dredge up bad memories more than I absolutely have to, is because now you are not just loyal to this group of people. Now you will always have an ulterior motive. Now your life is not just your own. And I do hope you understand that. And I want you to know, as one of the two people that I can trust fully with my life, I'm worried that someday saving us and doing what she wishes will put a barrier between it. And at this point, there's kind of like one tear kind of rolling down an eye.
Oh.
Don't make me cry. I wouldn't want that to happen. I'm not going to make that happen. I know that there is always a risk of that because she's kind of here all the time now. I don't
Exactly.
I don't know when all this is going to come to fruition or not, but I do know that for now, I'm actually stronger than I was before. And that feels weird. I know that now I have somebody else in my corner. Whether it's because of a contract or because they actually care for me, I don't really know. But it's weird to have that feeling.
You do realize you've always had at least one person in your corner.
I know, man. And I'm not trying to discount that whatsoever. It's just that my entire life, literally around every freaking corner, I've had to fight to make sure I had somebody either in my corner or like just willing to go to bat for me, and I've not been able to find anybody to stick around. Granted, yes, you, of course. But when it's everyone you turn around and is able to kind of just treat you like casual, and then all of a sudden somebody comes around and is able to seem to actually care, are you not going to assume that there's some kind of fluke there, or something still wrong with you, and that this is just like an outlier, or the exception that proves the rule?
Cassian, I do hate that you felt that way. And I do wish you would have come to someone, maybe someone who you trusted to save you. Maybe from, I don't know, mind flares in the Underdark. And discuss that before making a deal and selling your soul in service to Vesh.
You and I both know that there are always back doors out of these things. Somewhere.
There will be a kind of knowing smirk in Nyak's eyes, I guess, with that, but very quick and coming back. Well, please don't put yourself in a position where you have to make that choice. So, shall we get some chalk? And kind of like wiping the tear, brushing all that emotion off his face. Yeah.
As you kind of are going to exit, I'll be like, and hey, by the way, don't tell me I didn't do it out of the kindness of my heart. There were people that needed help, and I was able to help for a change. I was actually able to make a difference. So, I made a difference.
Just a nod on my end. Ciao. Let's go see if we can find this lady.
Sure. And with that, I will crunch some bread and leave the alley.
Nice. Crunching the bread. It is good. It is a it's not the same kind of wheat kind of flour that you're used to, but it is smooth and fluffy and very, very nice.
I would say on my end, I'm trying to like make like a sawtooth pattern around the edge with my beak bites of it.
Nice.
Just kind of absent-mindedly doing that.
But as you go down the way, you're able to ask around, and I'm not going to insult the two hyper charismatic characters by asking you to roll a talk to people about somebody who sells who is not difficult to find. No, I'm not going to insult you by having you roll.
With rolling anything.
Yeah, I'm not going.
I am going to.
No, I'm not going to insult you by having you do that.
I don't know. It's always fun watching them fumble over their words because of dice.
Indeed.
Okay. I'm glad you're not insulting us because historically my charismatic character does bad on charisma rolls.
Hey, I didn't say it. You said it. But as you head down the way and start asking around, I realize I misspoke. Her name was Aldana.
Aldana. I mean, that's good enough.
Funny enough, I already had a character, and I was trying to reference it from memory, and then I typed it in. I was like, that was not the name.
Oops.
But
have Val and Akira made it back to the residence at this juncture?
Yeah, y'all could have made it back to the residence by now.
Akira will share the plight that was shared with them by the Tai Chi trainer. They'll share that.
She would have introduced herself as Lucy.
Akira will tell Slayer all about the troubles of this area and the crack but they don't say anything about Kaylee. They leave that to Val.
Keyleth.
Keyleth. I'm sorry, Keyleth.
You okay?
Yeah, they leave.
So many people.
Well, it was the K names. I knew it was. I knew it was one of them.
Right.
I knew it was one of them. Akira will leave that, but they will have a as they go to talk with Luca, they'll definitely kind of have like a bit of a solemn look about Keyleth. It's just like they're happy that Blackbird and Derek and all that, but what they just learned with Val was also disheartening, and the stuff from the Tai Chi teacher. It was a very good training, but dour subjects.
Yeah. And then just wondering if by any chance during the whole, as Asher and Nyack took off as well, wondering if Shade could go and venture out just a touch into the town and see if there's any kind of a magic items kind of vendor somewhere. I don't know if Zephyr would have one or not. I imagine they would.
Well, it wouldn't be a vendor for sure, but if you're going to try and find someone who collects things and might be able to exchange things for things, Go ahead and roll an investigation. It will need to be a pretty high investigation to find it.
When you have a plus 11 and you roll a 13, I'm gonna be a smart ass and use my inspiration just because I have it. And
Hey,
it's been there forever.
It has been there forever. It's time to start using shade again.
Time to dust it off.
17.
17.
I just use my passive investigation. It's 26.
You start asking around, and asking around, looking around, kind of meandering about, and you're there's a few people that get mentioned as like people who are collectors of magical things. What is it that you're looking for in particular? If you're looking for a place to browse, that would be. I mean,
I'm looking for a specific thing. Let me look up
what are you looking? Yeah, what are you looking for specifically?
I want to say that they were the gloves of thievery.
What are you looking for specifically?
I want to say they were the gloves of thievery, but I want to make sure that that's what it was. Yes, that's what they were.
Okay, then taking that into account,
based on the area, I knew it was slim to begin with.
Go ahead and then with that 17, because that does lower the DC. Because I was like, if you're looking for like high tier magic items, that's one thing.
No, I'm looking for something simple.
But if you go ahead with a 17 is good enough for an uncommon possible. And then with that, go ahead and throw a D100 to see if it might actually be on hand.
60.
Okay. And all right. So as you go finding your way into the town, asking around, and there really aren't that many people that have things locally, but you do hear about a guy who is in town who does do a certain amount of magicking of things. And dealing in magical items.
This is good.
I just realized.
You just realized what?
Sorry. No, never mind.
You're okay.
Yeah.
But the and they say that that he's actually he's a visitor of the voice of the Tempest, and that you will know him by his beautiful golden hair and his beautiful golden companion.
Seems easy enough.
And you start heading that way. Real quick, with the Aldana business, were you just looking to purchase just chalk? Were you looking to try and get other gems and things off of her?
Actually, I was looking to purchase chalk, yes, but I was also looking to see if she had the funds to purchase a gemstone off of me.
All right.
Time for an appraisal.
So, in going asking around, you kind of notice that as you're asking around, someone kind of dips out from between some of the buildings. A kind of thin green cloak material over her. She's only about 4 foot tall, maybe. And as she kind of, you know, dipping out from behind something, like she's a little like, so like kind of suddenly she's there, and as she walks forward, she flips her hood back, and this this mohawk of yellow and silver and orange kind of manifesting, not up, but kind of flopped over to the side. And as she walks up, looking up at the tall and taller of you, the two of you kind of see her, and she walks forward. Asking about Aldana? Sorry, what I meant to say is.
You're asking about Aldana?
That is jarring.
Why?
Yes, I heard she's known for her luscious hair and her fantastic rocks.
Love the flattery. What are you looking for?
I was hoping we could do some business. I was hoping to sell something to you and buy something from you.
I'm pretty sure she knows.
Man, you're gonna have to run in the point really fast. I'm not. What do you need?
Did she say get to the point quickly? Okay, cool.
Yeah, she said get to the point fast.
Okay. Well, I was hoping to purchase some chalk from you, and I was hoping to sell pulling out my 1,000 gold piece diamond, sell a diamond to you.
Alright, well, I can definitely go scrounge up some chalk. And she sees the diamond, is like, that's a hell of a thing. And she, like, from under her cloak, pulls out a little eyepiece of magnifier, kind of, puts it up to her eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, puts it up to her eye and just kind of squints it into place. Mind if I, she starts looking at it very closely. You're looking to hawk it.
Yes, I'm looking to sell it.
Cost a lot of fine gems, and we don't need to keep on to them. We tend to just flip them for coin.
Well, I can definitely work with this. This is my fuckload of chalk.
Oh, well, I don't want to spend it purely on chalk. I was hoping to get gold for it and then buy chalk as a secondary transaction.
I mean,
We just doing rocks, so we kind of figured this might be a good place to go.
yeah, I do. You put the business. Fuck, this is a really expensive rock. I don't really deal in gold. I deal in rocks. I exchange rocks for other rocks. So like, I can take this one and I can give you other ones. Like the chalk, I can work with the chalk. Most of the time when I make money, and I don't hold on to cash, mostly because I need it. I get it. People, because I don't need it, so I pass on the cash, but like, I deal in deal in gems. I buy food with little gems. I pay for stuff with the wares that I find.
Well,
Of course. In that case, why don't we do part of it in chalk and then part of it in other gemstones? Does that sound amenable to you?
Yeah, sure. What do you mean? Well, what kind of rocks are you looking for?
And
What it,
Besides,
one option we might have, and just like kind of like interject a little bit, just like, I mean, I feel like we might need, if we're ever coming back through town, we might need some more help from you or something like that. So, how about a more open-ended deal? More of just we pay you now, collect later.
yeah, what kind of chalk you looking for? That's another thing. You looking for kind of the silver ring chalk? You looking for like hand chalk for climbing? What kind of thing you looking to do with the chalk?
oh, I do have some gemstones of my own, so what I was kind of hoping to do was to buy some chalk so I could make it into gemstone infused chalk for the purposes of teleporting.
Oh, you teleport. You're a magical motherfucker. Cool.
I do my best.
Well,
And I look over at Nyack and I go, ooh, hey, what about if we were to get some, I mean, I feel like Doomer might appreciate it if we get some colorful ones when he has his brain off. Like, he might appreciate the more colorful ones he can paint and color with them, I guess.
What?
Why don't we see what our good friend here has available?
oh, well, that's why I asked about what it's used for, because if you're wanting like specific kind of chalk, especially that infused stuff, we'll see a lot of wizards come through here. I go to Stillbed sometimes, and I go and sell stuff.
I'm gonna look a little upset when she calls me a wizard. But
I mean, you talk about teleportation.
I am wearing 3 instruments right now.
No less than 3
But-
instruments.
Talking about
It's fun.
teleportation.
It's funny. Plenty of wizards to play. But yeah. So I go into Stillbed sometimes. I go and
She called you smart? How dare she?
Hey, my intelligence is a 19 right now.
and so
Normally.
I'll make like a big old chunk, a gem chunk. It's kind of ripples so that I can go in and take my little dagger and kind of break them into usable chunks. So I kind of know what you're talking about. So what I'm here to say is, I could take this. She holds up the diamond, and I could take some of the chalk that I have stowed away, or I stole my stuff, and I can put them together and use my magic. And I have to make you a big old honking piece, and it'll put the diamond in the coconut and break it all up, you know what I mean?
So you're saying you will take that diamond specifically to infuse as chalk?
Yeah, and I'll keep it's going 10% off the top for myself, and that way I can take them and still be in the hawk and go travel.
All right. That sounds amenable. Why don't we do that? And you get your 10%, of course. And instead of using the entirety of the diamond for it, could I use a little bit worth of it just to get, I don't know, say a small chunk of just regular chalk as well? Because I do have some gemstones where I can infuse it on my lonesome.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
You know.
I mean, like, it's only part of the diamond intact, but it won't be quite as valuable once it's all. I can't have you. Right? Part of the diamond's value is how well it can be constructed into looking so fucking fine. Holding it up.
Such class and crass at the same time.
No, I mean, I love it. I love it. That is what I want to be when I get old. But, I'm sorry, I didn't fully understand. What was that last bit?
The diamonds, part of its value is in its shape and cut and clarity. It's very clear, very well cut. If I take part of it in my fabrication of what you need, which will only take me a few minutes rather than having to grind it down for hours and hours and hours. If I take only part of it, it'll kind of reduce the value of the whole thing. I mean, I have to try and keep it shaped in a way, but like, yeah, I mean, I could do that. Yeah, it'll just be smaller, I guess. I am pretty good with gems. Not to brag, but definitely to brag.
I can definitely see your abilities. If it is easier on you just to exchange the diamond.
If it helps, like, I can do everything from, and she pulls out a little paper satchel of ruby dust, and kind of opens it up for you. See, there's people who come through and are looking for ruby dust. That's about as common as any other gem dust looking stuff. I've also got, I can just exchange for you some of the diamond for diamond dust. Because I got some of that. Because there's a lot of people that look for diamond dust.
Well, I think we're jumping around kind of our best option then. Why don't we do 8/10 of the diamond for the chalk? You take your 1/10 of commission, and then that other 1/10 you can turn to dust, and I'll take regular chalk as equal to that 1/10.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, you just, you get around here, you stay in some place, go back to where I work. I don't let people into where I work. And, I'll fabricate it up, and, meet you back, here, by the square. You stay in some place, I mean.
We do have a place to stay. We are kind of just passing through. Would, say 2 hours be enough time for you?
Give me 11 minutes. A minute or 30 seconds to go back to where I work. 10 minutes to do the spell, and 30 seconds to come back.
11 minutes? I can definitely wait here for that long. I'll be just sitting over here with my good friend.
Yeah, and it's collateral because I'm about to walk off with a very valuable diamond here. Yeah, all that ruby dust.
I will take the ruby dust. Oh, well. See, that's a good way to run business.
See, I just said I don't work with gold. I work with stones. So, yeah, give me a minute, I'll be back. And she, like, as she turns, she flips up her hood and, like, almost disappears just as she just starts walking away, not, like, invisible, but just, like she flips it up, ducks around a corner, and just is gone.
Yeah.
And, coming back very shortly, she, almost like that, it's like, she seems to be very punctual, very, very matter of fact. And she comes back with it looks almost like cubes. Like almost a pile of dice, in a way. They're kind of glittering with diamond dust amongst the chalk. And you're going for 800, coming back to you for that.
Mhm.
Right, for the gem infused chalk. Was that what?
All right, so 800 of gem infused.
What was that? That was what you were looking
Yeah.
for, right? Okay,
Yeah.
50 gold at a 50 gold a cube.
So that makes basically 16. Yeah.
16 pieces.
Alright.
And then she has wrapped up in this very thin cloth just a bundle of various colored chalk.
All right.
It is a rainbow cornucopia, if you will.
I love that.
A Crayola 24 pack, if you will. But
Hell yeah.
but they are long, like forearm long, kind of sticks, because you gave her a lot of money.
I did. Yeah.
And there's like 24 of these forearm length pieces of chalk, and she kind of hands you that bundle first, and then kind of showing off the little pile of cubes. Pour those into your claw, and just see, like I said, totally easy. Goes to snatch the rubies back from you.
She doesn't have to snatch it. I just gave it out to her. But yeah.
She's quick and abrupt about it. But yeah, good to do business with you, and thank you. If you're just passing through here again, come around these parts and call out for Aldana, and Aldana will make herself known to you.
Of course.
And she smiles, and like the smile lines look like she's kind of forcing the smile. Like she doesn't make up. She is obviously putting it on in a way that's like, in a way that like she doesn't often do this.
Yeah. Of course.
She works in quantity, or she works in quality, not quantity, probably.
Yeah. Of course. If ever I'm back in town and I have a luscious stone that you might be interested in, I'll make sure to find you out.
Cool. Good times. Hey, what's that?
Yeah, I mean, with that, I guess, I think Asher's gone now, but Asher and I will head back.
Yeah, right now you can be the Asher Jaeger.
Yeah, I'll pilot him. Yeah.
Shade, as you head in towards the central terraces that lead up to where to the I hesitate to call it a palace, because it's not really a palace. It's just a nicer area of town that has these very nice gardens that kind of lead up and into this area. And as you go, bounding up the step,
realizing this isn't gonna be cheap.
Well, it's, he's a guest of the Voice.
That's true. That is true.
And you come walking up, and you hear a man narrating. Like he's just talking. And he's talking and talking and talking. And he stops in the middle of his story and says, "No, Doty. I said, I said amber eyes, not amber eyes. No, erase that. And as you come around, you see this big, like, he's thin, but he's tall and just kind of wide. Golden metallic man, just all articulated and these very fine joint work and things, holding a big book in his hands, big leather bound book that looks like he's writing into it and then suddenly not writing and scratching things out. Attending to the gentleman in front of him very specifically.
I think it is.
and this little beautiful blonde hair sweeping back, a very finely kept goatee, beautiful blue jacket, golden embroidery, some medals and things on it. And as you come walking up to him, he turns around. He turns towards you, and just all of a sudden, contra to this Aldani lady, he smiles all the time. Has a beautiful smile, and an adoring fan.
I have sadly no idea who you are.
You have no idea who I am?
No, I bet you know just about as much of me as I know of you.
Well, you are quite a beautiful creature, for sure. You take care of yourself.
I forget this is right after I was just coming from being super preened and taken care of this whole time. Yeah.
I myself, I am Sir Tarion Darrington of the Darrington Brigade, or you may know some of my work, the Daring Adventure.
Can't even keep a straight face through it.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
The daring trials and tribulations of Sir Tarion Darrington is one of the most.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that
most
clearly. Can I hear that again?
One of the most well-known adventure books in all of the continent.
Well, I guess I just haven't been one to be much of a reader, I guess. I tend to do more things than have downtime.
The daring trials and tribulations of Sir Tarion Darrington. You'll here,
I'm not
and he
saying it's not something that. What?
And he says, "Here, Doty, ding ding," and he knocks on Doty's chest, and these two golden or the sides of his golden chest plate kind of disengage and kind of open up in this kind of gull wing forward motion, and it looks like there are like a small library shelf there in his chest, and he just pulls a book out and says, "Thank you, Doty," and hits them again, and they start collapsing down. And it is, I just happen to have a copy on me. I'll sell it to you for 25 gold. I'll even sign it for you if you like.
That's.
You'll get your 25 gold back if you ever decide you wanted to sell it off and increase the value, I promise.
I'm gonna have to probably pass on that.
It is literally a book that's like half the size of you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, knowing that I'm, you know, a 2'7", you know, I'm a small cat. I'm sorry. It's just, I don't think that's gonna fit in my repertoire very well. You can repurpose it as a backpack or something, then that might, you know, give it some ample space on the inside. That might be useful to me, but...
A shield.
Don't you have... do you have your bag on you?
Yeah, I do.
He would actually point that out. He'd say, you have a bag of holding right there.
I do, but it is getting kind of full right now.
Oh, no, then I wouldn't want you to lose your things.
You don't really, yeah. So, but although I did hear that you actually are a collector per se of magical items and whatnot.
Oh, that I am. I make them too. And he tink on Doty.
Even better. Well, so I've just been wanting to get a little something to help just enhance a little bit of what I do. And
what is it that you do? And he crouches down, and not like bending down to like look down on you. He actually like crouches down, jacket kind of splayed out on the ground, and he's like getting down to your level to like talk right to you.
So, don't take this the wrong way, but pretty good with my hands, and I want to get better with them, and so I'm just trying to find something that can help me acquire things easier. He's trying really hard not to like say he wants to steal things from people.
You go out on your own daring adventure?
Most of the times, but I've recently been reacquired by some party members. Thankfully, they had got me from some daring adventures of my own.
Oh, you have your own party. I used to travel around with a very famous party, Vox Machina. Have you heard of them?
A bit. It's been, I think,
I was made a member of their troop, and he turns, and amongst his medals is this little pin that has kind of a VM stylization to it.
So I don't even know if Shade's actually met any of Vox Machina
no,
yet.
literally all of the Vox Machina have been there.
Like they've all been around, but I don't think like Shade was gone during the time that anybody is, you know, any of them have been in any of what has been meetings. So
yeah, I can't say that I've heard of them, but I have not met any of them. Although
now you've met one. Now you've met one, and you can learn all about their adventures with me in my book if you ever want to buy it. But
good to know.
You know, I could make you a deal. Do you have any gloves of your own?
I mean, I would imagine that I would probably have, you know, just like some standard gloves, but I have like in my equipment stuff, I don't have like gloves of any kind.
Yeah. That'd be kind of standard traveler clothing.
I kind of figure, like I've got common clothes and whatnot, so I would imagine they would come with some kind of gloves. And being a rogue and whatnot, you kind of rock gloves.
Yeah, makes sense. Let me see them real quick.
I have some simple common gloves here.
Yeah. No. The more they blend in, the better. You see, because if you know the right thing to do, and he reaches over and just takes the quill out of Doty's hand, and he just starts painting on them. It looks like not dipping the quill. It just kind of automatically just starts inking it up. And he just kind of swish, flick, flick, swish, swish, flick, kind of going around, and looks like he's very quickly and very precisely, as poncy as this man is, he knows what he's doing, at least with this. And he just kind of like painting down the glove, kind of from the wrist down to the fingertip of each digit along the back. He gets through with one glove and hands it over to you to put on. He's, now tell me if this makes your hand feel a little better.
He'll try it on and see.
And as it slips onto your hand, it actually kind of shimmers and then fades into your hand.
Well,
pretty cool, right?
Indeed.
Look at your fingers.
And
they move more fluidly, like very precisely. So if you want me to complete this,
yeah, that's where I was getting.
What are you offering?
Oh,
I take gold. For a moment I assumed that you were just not buying the book because you didn't have the money, which would be weird.
No, it's primarily
there's that moment you can tell he's about to like compliment you again, but you seemed exasperated by it, so he like actually stops himself.
He has social cues.
So I just wanted to make sure I could get my hands on some of these first, if I was able to find them. And it seems you do some quality work.
Oh yes, nothing but the best from Sir Terry and Darrington.
However, I'm gonna have to ask, what is your price on them first? I have some coin. That's about the best I can offer. Due to my recent adventure and whatnot, I haven't been able to acquire much for quite some time.
Well, I'm gonna say this is kind of a rush job, a very very quick and dirty kind of glyph magic. It won't last for ever. If you want a more permanent enchantment, it would cost you more. This should probably last you the better part of a few weeks, maybe into next month. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it should last through the 1st of Discar. Yeah, 1st of Discar. But if you would like, I could Doty, book, Doty, contacts list. And the book flips very particularly all the way to the back, and then kind of flips through several pages that it looks like he's written down a lot of names of a lot of people. And he
otherwise.
No, actually, no. That's what I mean. Is your high perception?
You actually see that he's got a lot of people in there.
Yeah, he's got a lot of people in there. Almost like that's his way of remembering people's names.
Yeah.
And he hands the quill back to Doty. Well, what's your name?
I'm known as Shade.
Known as Shade.
Well, that's my name. That's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sometimes known as Terry, but Sir Terry and Darrington is the way that.
Gosh.
See, I have to. for me to be able to deliver a more permanent enchantment, I'll actually need to go and find some gloves and things and do gems and much more fine and more permanent work. But this should last you through the time it will take me to get through it. So if you want to pay for the entire thing now, I would prefer that. That way I know I've got mine, and you can take me and my word as a member of Vox Machina that I would not cheat you out of your coinage. The delivery fee there is 25 gold, but I can reach out into the plane of air and conjure forth a messenger that will take your gloves directly to you and just right next to you.
Okay, well, you still haven't given me the price of the actual item.
Yes. So,
waiting for the meat and potatoes here. Keep giving me the veggies.
You are an astute businessman, for sure. But with those kind of gloves, they run the better part of 1,000 gold if in a shop. But if you have anything that could help cut down on that cost, I'll give you double the value of gems that you can put into it.
Well, on that note, I might have to go and consort with a couple other members of my group really quick and see what I can make happen. Because as I said before, I don't have much right now.
Any gems that you can put into it for me, I can make them go further. So if they're worth double to me. For this purpose specifically.
Gotcha.
So if you can scrounge up some anything really.
Mm-hmm.
I can make that happen. The 25 gold though, I'll actually need that in hard gold cash. The magic isn't forgiving about that very much.
Understandable. I'll see what I can make happen and go and chat with a couple of members, as I said. So, how long are you planning on being around? I heard that you're
I'm on vacation.
Here, so
I'm on vacation. I'm visiting Kiki here in the Palisade.
Oh, the voice. Gotcha.
Oh yes, sorry. Right,
I vaguely
people
know
around here.
I've gotten to know a little more from one of my compatriots who was recently
fantastic. But should be here in the gardens for another hour or so, just detailing some more of the Darrington Brigade's adventures. But after that, I'll be around somewhere. You'll find me. I'm easy to see.
Easy enough. All right then. We'll go and have a chat with some people. I'll be back later.
All right.
Make his way off.
On that note, give me about 5 minutes and I'll find what all gemstones we do have from that vampire fight.
I have a feeling Valineth has enough. Like, I've got a single large diamond that's 300 gold piece worth, and if he says it'll double it, I'll have enough for what I need on Shade with that one gem. But on that note, I'll be right back.
Nice. All right. Well,
back
any other
bio.
Yeah, any other preparations anybody else has for today?
Popping out ascending to Kaylee.
Sending to Kaylee.
And popping out ascending to Jimothy's father, as requested.
All right.
I'll try to keep the one to Jimothy's father very short and simple. I will use the Doomslayer's name. Well, he would only know the Slayer, so I'll use the Slayer. and let him know that we are on our way.
And get that teleportation circle.
I was actually away from the computer when you guys were discussing that, so I was not physically here, did not hear it.
Oh no, you were here when I had asked the group to see if you could get the teleportation circle sigil sequence.
That's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can ask about it, and hopefully we can get that. That would save us a lot of time.
It would.
So yeah, I will ask if he has a teleportation sequence or teleportation circle sequence. I'll ask if he likes sequins.
You get back very, very swiftly. Oh, you all are moving up in the world, aren't you? Fantastic. Great to hear from you. I will send along something to you imminently by courier. Should be there swiftly.
And that's, I'm assuming, from Jimothy's father.
Yes, that is from Drake Thunderbrand.
All right, so I will relay that from Drake Thunderbrand back over to the Doomslayer. Just, Doomslayer? Are you there?
I think he might have bioed.
I think he stepped away to get food.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think he's fooding.
I'll catch up on that later then.
But approximately a few minutes later, you actually just mid walking, very suddenly, it looks like a little tornado, maybe a foot tall, starts to appear right next to you, and then a box about. Let me make sure I actually remember exactly how that one worked.
Is it bigger or smaller than a bread box?
That is the question.
Ah, hey there.
Wait, why did it correct me?
This is good timing. Justice just got back.
I did indeed. What's up? What's happening?
Doomslayer. I just got a message back from the Thunderbrands. They said they're sending something, and I was just told that there is a little tornado, like 2-foot tall tornado, kind of whirling its way towards us.
No,
and,
it just appears in the air about 5 feet away from you, and then suddenly just a 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot box that it looks like it's kind of a slate gray, but it almost looks like it's made of cloud, like the appearance of cloud kind of moving across its surface, and it floats there for a few seconds, and then like the top of it kind of extends just a little bit, like the lip of a lid.
And I think that must be what he's sending.
All right then. I open it.
And as it opens up, there is a scroll that is wrapped in a very nice leather wrap, but it has the Thunderbrand seal on it.
It's got pictures on it. Hey, is this something?
Pulling it out and unwrapping it and opening it up, it becomes immediately understood, even by Slayer, that it is a magical piece of paper. To Luca, it looks like a scroll of teleportation circle.
Ooh.
Even better. I don't
Yep.
spinning usage.
These are clearly arcane sigils and goods.
Hey, Nyack. I think that looks like a scroll. Possibly teleportation circle. I think we got what we asked for.
Well, that actually makes my life just a little bit easier. I don't even have to use to rattle a new pouch of very chalky sounding rocks. I don't even have to break into that supply.
Good to have for later then.
Yeah, very good to have for later.
You never know when you might need a quick way out, you know?
Well, not necessarily quick. It takes about a minute, but I get what you're saying.
A minute's relatively quick.
Until you're getting stabbed, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
If you're in the situation where you're already getting stabbed, then you waited too long.
Okay, fair. Very fair. I must agree with you on that front. Very fair.
At that point, we're not escaping. The Doomslayer is just going to smash it.
Yeah, Akira definitely laughs at Luca saying, "If you're already getting stabbed, it's too late."
Right.
That's what Dimension Door's for.
And that's also what training with Slayer is for. So maybe your reaction time will get better, and I'll work on some hand things with you to maybe deflect the blade before it stabs you, or make it stab you a little less. And sometimes stabbing is just unavoidable, as Akira points to several scars from their youth with Eredrin.
Oh, you know the game Spoon and Knifey.
I was raised with gifts. Stabbing was like part of breakfast.
I always knew
it's sort of the love language. I've always thought it was kind of strange.
I haven't stabbed you yet. I love you, and I haven't stabbed you yet.
Must not love him enough.
Matter of phrasing.
A few seconds after you remove the scroll, the box seems to just collapse in on itself.
What? Well, shall we?
Oh, yeah. Would y'all like me to do it? Anyone want to do it? It doesn't matter to me, honestly.
You are far more familiar with this particular spell than I am.
I know.
Very well.
Has Shane made it back yet?
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh,
okay.
Wait, we need to do the thing for Shade. Yeah.
The thing. Oh.
Give you the gems.
Yeah, I was like, the thing. What, was there a thing I don't know about?
Yes, there is. There always is.
Shit.
I do know of the gems that we got from the vampire fight. There's at least one that's worth 100 gold pieces that would round out your total cost there.
To get me to what I need, yeah.
And once I find it out, we'll just take one off of whatever that one is.
Yeah, so Shade will basically just like come back, make small mention of how, you know, he's trying to get his hands on a certain item that costs about 1,000 gold worth, and he's got some coin and things and whatnot, but he's not going to be able to make up exactly what he wants. And then Valineth's going to pipe up and be like, oh, well, I've got these couple gems and whatnot that you could probably make use of. And hook him up with a diamond and an amethyst that he's got. Diamonds.
I know where you got that amethyst from.
I don't even remember where I got that amethyst from.
I do.
I bet you do, but I don't remember. That was so long ago.
You looted it off of my dead body.
Oh! It's just a single amethyst that I got. So yeah, like the one amethyst that I have and the large diamond that Valineth has, he'll end up giving that over to Shade to help. That's 800 of the necessary of 1,000.
Well, I was saying you're counting them for double, right?
Yes. The large diamond is 300 and the amethyst is 100. So.
Okay, cool.
I know we do have some gems, and I will rummage through one of the bags or wherever we have the gems and hand him one and say,
"You're not getting my heads." I'm
doing it anyway, so hand him. an undisclosed gem as of yet. We will find that name as soon as my computer stops being slow.
You can ask me for the gem.
I have a feeling he would be able to stop you.
I'm pretty sure those are just in the common fund, but
Which were, you're right, they were, which were in Slayer's chests, and Slayer's chests got emptied into Slayer's bag.
Was it in Slayer's bag? Because I heard there was things that were in my bag that I had to get out.
There were things in multiple bags.
Gotcha.
Everything that was Shades should have remained in Shade's bag. Nothing should have been taken or added to Shade's bag.
I heard my bag got used when it was out of my care because it was a bag of holding, so it could hold stuff.
Things were added to Shade's bag only because we needed ways to carry them. Nothing was taken out of Shade's bag.
That wasn't already, yeah.
Yeah, everything that was already there should still be in that bag. There are new things, but you would recognize those as the things that we had been carrying in our cart.
I wouldn't even know they were there based on the way a bag of holding works.
I mean, as soon as you inspect or look around inside. And besides, upon returning it to you, this is something Luco would have definitely made you aware of.
Like, just so you know, you got a bunch of extra stuff in there right now.
Point is, y'all would be able to very, very kindly and easily exchange things, and
you get a jet stone.
A jet stone.
Ah, yes, the jet.
Yeah.
Yes, black. Jet black.
Then just to make it short, sweet, and simple, after Shade gets his, the gems that he needs for his stuff, based on the fact that, Tarion was only going to be there for X amount of time from what he said, he's going to be dipping back out and let the party know that he'll be back shortly. Don't worry. I won't be gone forever this time.
And
certainly hope.
Akira is going to look at Shade like it's the last time they're ever gonna see Shade.
Oh, don't you worry. I know you just saw me again, but I'll be back.
Big saucer eyes. She made you dance.
I know.
And it's a very, very quick transaction where you passing over the gems, Tarion like almost insisting, having already done the glyph work on the other glove while you were gone, took that glove and folded it into as a bookmark at the top of a copy of the Daring Trials and Tribulations of Sir Tarion Darrington.
And watch this. Like his book is going to be a part of this sale. I can almost guarantee.
Legit. When he has Dodie take the gems, and actually just like literally, Dodie takes them after Terry quickly looks at them. He nods to Dodie, and Dodie's faceplate just opens up like a mouth, and just. And just they sound like they tumble down into another stomach, essentially, somewhere else in the chest. And Dodie opens up, and the glove is already as a bookmark, and he says, "As a gift." It fits perfectly into the mouth of the bag. I promise. I made it very specifically.
I don't doubt that, but again, as I said, it is quite full. So I'm going to have to carry this for now. Thank you.
Well, you said you have other companions. Use your other companions.
Help me to get there.
But, well, here, Dodie, carry it for him. And the gold man just turns and just grabs the book back from you. You're able to very quickly claw your glove out of it.
It's mine.
Now I'll never know what he was trying to bookmark.
It was just like the first page, basically.
It was just placed in there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And well, you can as recompense for the wonderful deal I gave you. You can introduce me to your friends, to your party.
I guess I can do.
Jeez, are you ashamed of us?
No, it's not you, it's him.
The party inspiration. Take your inspiration back. Take your inspiration back. It's beautiful.
All right, I'll take it. I won't argue. But yeah,
it's not you, it's him.
Yeah.
Quick, somebody else put that one into merch ideas.
It's not you, it's him, and it's just a picture of Tyrion in the background. Oh god,
but,
yeah, doing the quaff
yes,
with the hair.
But yes, Terry and Dodie both follow behind you, and as you go walking forward, he actually touches the back of Dodie, and one of the plates opens up, and he pulls out what looks like a thick version of the front of a breastplate, and a kind of small helmet, and he kind of sets the helmet up on his head, and as he sets it up there, it looks like the sides of it kind of like it looks like a little like a toque, a beanie, almost, and then kind of like parts of it slide down around his head and form up, and as they slide down, a bunch of gems kind of are embedded in it, beneath those plates, and then the front plate he puts on, and parts of it start to slither back across his back underneath his jacket, and it forms up, and it's gaudy. It's the same color gold as Dodie. The whole chest and helmet, and he from inside of his coat, he actually reaches in, and as he pulls out, you see that there has to be some sort of extra dimensional pocket in his own jacket, because he pulls out a broom, and just mid-walk, just suddenly like hops up on it and just like keeps floating along with you.
I need one of those.
Oh, you need one of those?
Don't, just keep it to yourself for now. I don't want to know. Unless you've got an extra one that you're willing to give me. I
oh no,
really
I've had this one for years.
Okay, no.
But as they go floating up, floating up at you, the rest of you, whereas normally you don't hear Shade walking, you actually hear a very large.
You don't hear me.
Yeah, you don't hear Shade. You hear.
Why is there big thumping? I'm already here.
And then you see me pop the door open, followed by this.
The big beautiful golden man, followed by the automaton. Ding. And he kind of floats in and dismounts and looks very daring.
Quick question, just before he starts getting into the introductions, because I know he's going to introduce himself. I'm not going to have to do it for him.
Right.
I'm curious on his person, like in the bit of the interactions and whatnot. Did he have any like a bag or something that he had on his side or something? Because I know he's got like that extra dimensional kind of pocket in his coat, as you said. But was there anything on his person per se that I could maybe put this book back into while he's introducing himself?
Oh, I thought you were gonna filch from him. Like, no, you just put the book
I'm just
back.
gonna put the book back. If I can.
Really? No.
Very
particularly though, the pocket is A pocket is like at least 1.5 feet wide, kind of on the inner side of his left coat. If you were
you're giving him a hard goodbye later.
Yeah, quick and swift enough, you could definitely possibly do it.
Okay, yeah, no, go ahead and go back through. Continue. I just needed to know if there was any like outside larger pockets that he had on him to do this with while he was doing the introductions.
And as he floats in and he dismounts, he points towards Dodie, and from Dodie you hear Terry, and he kind of pulls his finger back like a finger gun and just, that's right, Sir Terry and Darrington, at your service. Well, not really at your service. I'm at Mr. Shade's service, but he said you're all adventurers.
Oh, and Tony, I'll take that book back from you for now, since we're here.
Yes.
Hey, we wander.
And he hands over the book, this big, beautiful tome.
Okay.
You're what now?
We wander.
You wander. You're huge.
Adventure.
Yeah. I know a Goliath just like you.
Slayer, I'll give you one guess. Who do you think it is? The one Goliath. Which one do you think it is? You remind me of. No, the other Goliath that you think might be. I don't know. I'm lost here now.
That's all right.
He threw me for a loop there, guessing himself.
That's all right. That's all right. If I wanted to make sure, to all adventurers everywhere deserve to know all the secrets known by from the trials and tribulations of Sir Terry and Darrington. And he makes a hand gesture, and the title etched into the outside of this book that Shade just took back suddenly starts to glow.
Oh, great.
Selling copies of it for 25 gold apiece. 25 gold apiece is cheap.
Shade behind him, like, is just kind of like throwing like the hand across the neck, just like, don't.
So he just looks at it and is like, I can't read, so no thank you.
You not have your brain on right now?
No, my intelligence is 4 right now, bud.
Love it. Fucking love it.
Akira reaches for a copy of the book.
And Terry taps the chest of Dodie, and the two bits of chest plate open up. Yes. Wonderful. I've got one for you.
Well, no, wait. I didn't say I was buying it. I just wanted to read the back cover.
The back cover is leather, and he flips it over. Very fine, durable leather. It shouldn't catch fire or.
So there's no.
Yeah, silly Akira. The wood's on the inside.
No, but sometimes authors put little descriptions of their work on the back. How do I know I want to read this just because you say it's good? I can say the sky is purple. And maybe
you see,
in the Feywild it is, but not here.
Well, you see, most authors that sell absolute garbage books don't put this much care into the outside cover of the book. And he kind of shows, and it is embossed. It is very well made, actually. And even personally enchanted not to succumb to fire or water. You could dunk this in a river, wash it around, pull it out. It'd be perfectly legible. No damage at all.
I'm glad.
Why would you do that?
I'm glad it can survive all those things, but why should I read it?
Because it describes my growing up on the streets of Deostock, and then happening upon a chance meeting of the mighty Vox Machina in Amkarel.
So why wouldn't I just go read stuff from Vox Machina? You're like an add-on. You're an additional person.
Do you know Grog?
Oh yes, I am very familiar with Grog.
Is he in your book?
I met Grog.
He is in my book.
How much is he in your book? A lot?
A fair amount, yes. As much as any of the others of Vox Machina are in there. And as he says Vox Machina, he turns his chest forward and kind of shows the metal, and it kind of definitely artificially sparkles as he does a little hand motion.
As he makes that statement, can I thumb through the book and to see how often Vox Machina, other than like himself referring to himself as Vox Machina, gets referred to in the book?
Oh yeah, no, the intro section that's about his childhood, it looks like it goes on for like 2 or 3 chapters, and then like going by just like the chapter heads, you're able to see Vox Machina in Marquette, Vox Machina in it very much like goes. He's definitely riding the coattails of Vox Machina, and then like when you just look at like a paragraph of it, he's trying to spin it as if Vox Machina is riding his coattails. But even just from the chapter heads, you can tell it Vox Machina and blah blah blah, Vox Machina and this, Vox Machina and that, Vox Machina. Like one of the last chapters is Vox Machina versus Vecna, and
I just finished.
My mic was giving out a minute ago.
Finished.
No, I've finished the episode of like the battle and everything. I still have yet to finish the final prologue episode. I'm like halfway through it. I'm like halfway through it, and I haven't finished it.
My mic wasn't working there for a second. I was trying to hop in earlier and say, you say garbage authors don't put that much into their books, but at the same time, have you ever met the elf last name Patterson writes a whole ton? That's all.
I have definitely not met him. I've heard of him though. Yes. I've heard he gets other people to write his things for him. At least when somebody else is writing for me, I am the one dictating it directly to him.
Can I insight check this guy to see if he actually knows Grog?
Yeah.
So
you can, but yeah, sure.
And
I don't know.
I greatly.
I know Tim doesn't know, but yeah, he
I know.
definitely
I was gonna say
Grog.
I know Tim doesn't know. That's another thing
That's okay.
outside as well. He knows all of them like very close.
Yeah, you are you just like he's speaking with absolute confidence, and not in the confidence man sort of way.
Right.
Yeah, not a shady way.
I was going to say, I can speak confidently about
shady
anything.
way?
Doesn't mean I have any idea what I'm talking about.
What do you think I do as a teacher?
Precisely.
Akira, while believing that he has traveled with Vox Machina, the fact that it's riding the coattail stands out. And so Akira is going to say, well, there are lots of books written, like, from the other perspective. This seems to be just, you were there, maybe? But
I had I had to rebuild Doty a few times while I was traveling with them. Very, very brave robot, this one. Ting ting.
So the robots
Doty, when he says brave robot, he taps him, and then you say that, so the robot's brave, and Doty says, absolutely.
But
Doty does.
Yes.
Are you brave, sir, as the author, or are you writing about your brave robot's exploits with Vox Machina? I'm just trying to figure out what direction this is going.
Love, hold on. There's no need to insult the man. You can just say you don't want to buy a copy.
No, I want the elevator pitch. He has to. The
only way you can.
Bloody hell is an elevator?
The only way you'll actually truly know is if you read. And I mean, you can read, can't you?
Akira rolls their eyes at him. Can't read. Here's your 25 gold, sir. And I take the book.
Dang.
And you can verify with the voice of the Tempest herself the veracity of my claims in that book. And thank you, by the way.
You just bought a copy of Infinite Jest. You're never gonna fucking read it.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it because I want to know how good it is. Because he says it's so good. So Akira is actually going to take time between meditations to read this book cover to cover, and it better be good.
Nice.
Or me and Mr. Tarrington are gonna have.
Nope. This is going to be Infinite Jest. I've known a lot of people that own a copy. Don't know anybody that's read it all the way through.
Before he passes it over, he again, Doty, Quill, and kind of like a wrist launcher, kind of flips up into Doty's hand. He plucks it, and Sir Tyrion Darrington. Very big on the cover page on the inside.
That is.
You just devalued my book.
Devalued. He gestures, and it's like it's a golden script, like very, very pretty.
Sean himself is pushing up his glasses
in
comic book nerd fashion. I have no way to verify this signature is authentic.
You take a picture with the individual? Oh, wait a minute. What is a picture?
Given Akira's sort of sheltered upbringing, Luca is actually going to speak up and say, "Oh no, love. It's usually considered quite the endorsement to get the signature of the author. It's quite valuable."
See, this man understands.
You know, if you do have people concerned about that, Sir Tyrion Darrington, you could get Doty to be notarized, and Doty could notarize the signatures.
We invented notarization.
I see the look on Jeremy's face, like, for
I started a crediting campaign before. I can do it again.
That would be a very interesting. Oh,
yes, and see, look, listen. You could
business venture as well.
You could number them, and then that way, the sequential numbers. The lower the number, the higher the value on the resale market.
Oh, fantastic! I love that. I will have to use that for my next book.
And little did you know, you already gave him his next sales pitch, which is, it reads better in the Feywild.
And one of my friends actually did this little thing for his signatures. His name was Christopher. So to make sure they knew it was his stuff, he would draw a little C on it, and he'd put a circle around it.
Oh, fantastic!
I
love that.
Akira walks away with a knowing you're
Sounds
welcome
very similar
smile.
to my friend Theodore Musil, who puts a TM in a circle around his, or just puts a TM next to his thing. It's similar to the same.
And,
I think he may have gotten that from
You
Christopher.
just can't copy Christopher Wright.
And
you can't copy Theodore's mark either.
You, Christopher?
He takes a moment and he takes the quill and puts a very small STD circle.
STD.
Sir Terry Derry.
Yes, Sir Terry Derry.
You know, I've been a fan of Critical Role for a lot of years, and you know how long it took me to figure that one out, Samuel fucking Regal? This long.
Oh, it's the first time I ever heard it.
You can't be. That man can't be stopped.
No, he can't.
It wouldn't be the first time a charlatan gave someone an SCD, just saying.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I'm just surprised it wasn't Asher.
And you can tell by the marks on it.
but yeah, Akira just smiles slyly at Mr. STD, and just, you're very welcome for your future success. You may want to reconsider how you sign things, but other than that,
Let's find their STIs now.
Akira's gonna look over at Slayer and like, okay.
Sorry. It's okay. It's fine now. They're STIs.
Oh.
Justice, not Slayer.
Got you.
Yeah.
Forgot to turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you forgot to turn it off. I thought Slayer said that.
No. Slayer wouldn't know that.
Put his brain on
yes.
tonight.
So I have Shane's name. You gave me a great idea. I'd love to credit you in my next book. Here, Doty, contacts list. And Doty very quickly pulls out the current book iteration, or the current clear book, flips it out, goes back, and you can see Shade's name very, very eloquently block printed into it.
Akira will.
Who is he?
Akira will write their name in GIF. And
you go to reach for it, and Doty actively like pulls the quill back and like up and away from you.
Oh, okay.
Doty is very protective of our book, my book.
I see. Then I say my name for Doty in GIF and would ask him to write it in GIF as well.
Spinning a coin.
How does one? We don't know GIF. How do you do the?
Valen has to pipe up and be like, "It's like this."
And you start describing it.
How do you write the choking sounds?
Yeah, you start describing it, and
it's a little like this with just a little bit of.
It starts doing the circles and the lines and all of that, kind of going in a circle. Terry's looking
trained quite well.
Yeah, Terry's looking at it as you're describing it, and Doty is taking it down as you're describing it. That is a most beautiful language.
It may look like it, but it does not sound like it.
No, I mean,
it is a very guttural language.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Most people tend to hear it before they're getting hurt, so it's not well known.
It's the same.
Yes, I've heard of Gith. I've never met one. Are you a Gith?
Only in soul. I was raised Gith.
Only in soul. Akira soul. Oh, that's clever.
I think he's reading far too much into this.
He really is.
I am letting him because I'm slightly charismatic now. So
let him cook. Let him cook.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you, STD. But believe we were
pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on your way. I'm sorry to delay your travels. Did anybody else want a copy of the book?
I'm very
I'll make sure to mark my STD in the corner for you.
No one say anything. Just stare him down.
Shade will end up like if nobody pipes up.
I bought one. I bought one.
No, I know he's asking if anybody else wanted one. Though.
Oh, got you.
So I'm Shade's waiting to see if anybody else pipes up and whatnot, and if not, he's just kind of gonna with book still in hand, just kind of gonna pop up, to give him a good hug and be just like, all right, well, it's been great. It's been a wonderful time, but Tarian, I think you overstayed your welcome, and it's been great. It's been great. We'll see you again. I guarantee it. And he's gonna do his best to try, during this hug, to slip this book back in his coat pocket.
That's a massive sleight of hand.
It's gonna be difficult.
With the +5, what is your sleight of hand currently?
I'd like to give him inspiration.
So it's a plus 14 right now.
All right.
Give you inspiration.
All right, so draw kind of in the because he can see what you're doing from further away for sure. Adding to the goodbye then kind of Luca-ness. Go ahead and throw your sleight of hand with a D8 inspiration.
Yes.
Do I need to even add the inspiration with a 30?
I would love for you to.
I'm gonna add the 8 just cause. Oh, 37.
Stones on stones.
Just barely made it. No,
barely. I know. Fuck. Two less. I don't know, man.
But 3 left. No, but you go to you go to put it in there, and just he's already stepping forward, and so the whole opening of it just it's it opens wide for you right as he's bending, and you just have that one fluid motion, seeing your opportunity, and it just slides right in. It is smaller than the opening of a bag of holding. You've proved it. And he gives you the hug and kind of pleasant to do business with you. Akira Soul, or how did you pronounce it again?
Akira.
It's
not important. Let's go.
Yeah.
There actually is an official pronunciation guide.
Yeah, and shuffling them off. They and shutting the door. You hear Terry talking about. All right, so write down. We need to go and take gift lessons. First, we need to find a gift. They're just he is now obsessed with this gift language, and hearing you speak it just a little bit, and seeing the circular language of it, and just all of every little bit, all of a sudden he's a fan.
He's off to learn Gallifreyan.
I just realized
Precisely.
the Slaughterhouse 5 connection there.
But you are finally left alone to yourselves.
I am finally free of that book, except Akira owns one now.
And it's prominently in their hand. Chapter 1.
Rock. No.
And part of it is to make sure that Luca does not do a "not told you so."
You are not going to get an add an NB from me for that one.
I speed read the book already. I've gotten the value.
considering everything, are y'all ready to go meet or re-meet for y'all? I guess some of y'all. Mr. Thunderbrand.
Yeah, let's go
Yeah,
bring my dead friend back.
Yeah, Akira is like, of course, and
Wait,
they will change clothes
I'm
to go meet the
Right, you were here
Thunderbrands.
for that.
I'm personally looking very forward to meeting the fabled Jimothy.
I will shift weave
Wait,
to
what? Wait.
my black suit.
Who are we meeting?
Jimothy.
Wait. When?
My friend, Jimmy D. His dad helped us out as long as we helped him out to bring Jimothy back, because apparently that's the thing that he could pay for. So
Okay then.
we knew somebody who could do it, and he didn't do it sooner because it was a show if Jimothy was dead or not, right? And kind of be a waste of magic if he wasn't dead.
I get that.
So once he found out that he was dead, because I told him, he's like, well, now it's worth the money. Let's try to bring him back.
I guess
No.
that's
what we did.
good, I guess.
Yeah, what did we do it for again?
That,
What did he help us with? I don't remember.
I couldn't tell you. It's been a long time since I've been with the rest of you.
If I understand, y'all were supposed to undo what was done to Knock.
Right. That's right. He helped us cure him all.
Yeah. Or gave us the supplies to be able to, of course. Well, I'm going to pull out the scroll of teleportation circle. Well, let's use this spell for the second time. What was that?
I've never gone for the teleportation circle. I'm kind of excited.
Is this gonna bounce us around the walls of the universe again?
No, actually, this one is much safer. We're linking to a specific spot. We're not trying to find a random spot nearby.
I see. Okay.
So is this just?
He's done it once before.
So is this just a quick trip, or?
We'll probably say hi to Jimmy for a bit, and then, or maybe no. Actually, to be honest with you, I was thinking maybe we should give Jimmy's dad the stuff he needs to bring his son back, and then we let him have time with his son, right? And just have him tell Jimothy to come find me when Jimothy's ready to talk with me.
That may be the better bet.
Like that better.
Have a whole story, but that sounds pretty.
I mean, I'd love to see Jimothy again.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
His father may want you there, Slayer. Maybe you should talk it out with the father as far as it goes, just because the father's going to be grateful for this, and he may want you to share in the moment.
Maybe, yeah, but...
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and it's very respectful, but I would suggest talking to the father.
See his opinion on it. That is a good
point. All of that hinges on getting there, so Nyack, if you would do the honors.
Very well. I'm going to take the scroll, and I'm going to use it to cast teleportation circle.
And
I would assume it would involve like setting it on the floor, magical energy, all kinds of things.
Oh yeah, you start uttering the incantation, setting it down, kind of using the magic to spread the circle out from the page and out and around you. And as the circle completes, you kind of at the center of it, you first.
Fun.
The rest of you coming through. You. Ba-da-da.
I want it known I do not cough up a pellet.
This is the much more steady
Yeah.
And as I recall, the Thunderbrands were kind of well off, right? As I recall.
Yeah.
Well off enough to have a nearly 20,000 gold teleportation circle in their house.
Yeah, Akira definitely puts on their more formal attire to visit the Thunderbrands.
As I said,
as well.
Yeah, as I said, I shift weave to my black suit. Yeah.
Yeah, Akira puts on the less date night version of their dress. The more I'm going to classy dinner, not to cross my legs and attract some and make
really going to be the only one that's going to be like a commoner look right now. Oh, he ain't got fancy clothes.
If you stand in one spot, I could minor illusion you some clothes.
Slayer's just kind of in the adamantine plate armor. And
it's still at least it looks fancy.
I would also note, I know the Thunderbrands haven't met me, so when I poof, when I dance through, I will hold my hands up like immediately.
Oh, we did not think about that.
I would argue that just based on cost alone, adamantine armor is equivalent to the best tuxedo.
Right.
Fair enough.
It's just a lot louder.
Yes, but walking in, you
didn't say it would be right behind Diane.
Yeah, you're easy enough. And as you go walking in, there is the gentleman in his, well, let me make sure I have this right.
He's a dwarf. So.
Yes, this dwarf in he has on at this juncture, it looks like he put himself together with both a lovely very ornate red robe underneath, like partially underneath, like underneath the chest plate of, and then over the greaves of some very nice plate armor that's kind of all strapped up onto him, and standing there with a staff with kind of a dwarven head etched into the top of it, looks very bejeweled around the helmet area of this head, and then kind of down, and then down around the staff itself. It's extraordinarily well crafted. Looks like a hammer on his back, a shield on his arm, that and looks like he's very much put himself together to be extraordinarily presentable. And as he sees you all walking through, the inside of this house is very fine stonework. Not even just that, but you actually, as soon as you step out of the circle, you step onto carpet, and it's very nice space, and he stands there alone, and as the circle closes finally behind you all, he looks about, and some of you I don't know, some of you I do, and with the some of you I do, he walks straight up to Slayer, looking up, and then bows very respectfully, kind of shield off to the side, staff off to the side. You honor House Thunderbrand, completing your quest.
And the Slayer will get down on one knee and bring out the sealed chest, bearing the spell gem, and hold it forth, and they'll say, "I've done only what I've sworn to do. Will honor me with his duty."
And he takes the diamond out of the chest, and looking over it just for a moment, he almost doesn't believe that he's seeing this fiery, glowing diamond in his hand. I've held a lot of powers in my hands before. The absolute assurance I can bring my son back. It's not one of those powers. Thank you, Master Slayer. Mullin. Oh, I guess there's... There'll be one spot in the house I'll be better suited than this. Follow with me, if you please. And kind of diamond just still kind of pinched in his hand. The rest of the staff kind of wrapped in the lower fingers. He just taps it on the ground, and these stone doors behind him start to open. He goes walking towards them, walking through this nice red carpeted house. There are not even just paintings hanging, but it looks like art pieces etched directly into the walls. These kind of three-dimensional art pieces, some of them with some depth to them, like almost portraying. Some of them are portraying battles. Some of them are portraying work. A dwarf with a hammer striking down. But kind of all still art. Not fully what's the word? Not fully just statues, but also not just painted on. And walking down the way, there is a door with a very prominent anvil centered on the two doors. As he walks towards it again, he actually stops, pauses, bows his head, and as he brings his head back up, the doors part again. And walking in, there is a circle of anvils, not just anvils, but workspaces around a central hearth, central fire, with bellows at the back of it, and is not currently lit, but walking in, several of you recognize this as a definite shrine to Moradin. And he walks over to a work table that looks like it has already been cleared, and and sets the gem down and kind of steps back from it a moment and goes to disengage the shield, slide it onto his back.
And before you get started, Doomerin will sort of, I guess, sort of kneel again and he'll just, I'm blanking on what, hold on, let me check my notes. Drake, he'll look in Drake's eyes. I did have this in my notes, maybe. Is there anything there? He'll say, you show how you want me here, that he would want me here. I did sort of made a small fall. I failed him.
Why is it your fault? What did you call forth? Did you call forth the worms?
Well, no, I couldn't stop them.
Sounds like there were others that could have stopped them too.
Yeah,
You're the only one. You're the only one that survived. You wear the tail of the thing that killed him. That's a trophy. You overcame. Just because you couldn't save everybody doesn't mean that you lost. You said you might have been able to contact him. Did you do that?
Yeah, we did. We did do that. Oh.
Did he seem upset to see you?
Well, no. No, but he also seemed pretty content where it was, but he also said he wouldn't mind coming back. At least it's the feeling I got from it.
Well, he probably doesn't think that you have the capability to do it.
Well, I think we might have mentioned we could maybe do it.
Well, that's what I mean. He wouldn't have, he wouldn't have even entertained the idea of coming back with you if he didn't think that you were worth coming back for.
Well, he was thinking about you and his family and the duty he had to do.
He wasn't talking to me, mate.
Yeah.
If you want to excuse yourself, you can. I won't force you to stay. But I think we'd be worse for it. Bless you.
Well, if you think it's all right, then I'll stay.
And he turns and conjures a sending spell very quickly and says, Bellis, if you could bring me one of Jimothy's nicer robes from his room.
I've got his signet, but I think that's the other thing we were going to use because there's a bit of dried blood.
And merely about a minute later, a tall gentleman in a very nice suit, human, kind of comes walking in. This very nice black and yellow robe draped across his arms. He comes and takes it over and then sets it down on the work table. Thank you, Bellis. That'll be all. I wouldn't presume to ask the rest of you to leave if you were companions of Doomerin, but I suppose I've got a touch of work ahead of us. So, if you'd be respectful to the room, I'll begin getting to it. And he takes a hold of the diamond and looks like he begins drawing with it in the air, almost like he's 3D printing with it, but just with arcane energy and perhaps now some divine energy, and very slowly, methodically drawing in these, the muscular creases, the details, little, hairs and things, just to kind of give it some completeness, and going from toes up to thorax, up to shoulders, down arms. Over the course of this hour, he goes through, and it looks like, kind of as he completes each section, parts of the robe kind of raise up and raise up and raise up, and kind of filling the robe. And as he starts into the last few minutes of it, he's very, very carefully and there's an old dwarf and a dwarf of some world weariness, but in this moment there's a caring on his face, a carefulness on his face as he's focusing in and drawing the lines of his son's face, and hair and little beard stuff, and as he's completing it, he calls out, "Timothy Thunderbrand, if ye be willing, the living calls you back from the plains of Elysium. Return to us, son." And he takes the gem and slams it into the forehead of this arcane energy construct that he's constructed. And as the last of the energy from the diamond shoots into the forehead and the diamond goes dark, just it dumps the last of the fiery energy in it, and that energy starts washing over this sculpture, and not exactly perfect, because he's not exactly an artist, but with enough accuracy that as it becomes real and manifests, the details fill in where his failed. The beard, the hair, the skin. And then kind of you see that ripple go through and then lighting up the inside of this robe as it transmits down and down to the fingertips and down to the toes, out from under the end of the robe. And laying there, this young, maybe 100-year-old dwarf, laying on the table, and he doesn't shock awake. He just kind of breathes deep and out, and then in one more time before starting to lean up and opening his eyes. These like piercingly green eyes. And before he even fully rights himself sitting up, Jimothy is glomped by Drake, letting his staff go. Staff falling over, just one big heavy boom as it lands. And he embraces Jimothy. And those of you who understand Dwarvish hear the muttering of my boy, my beautiful boy.
Not any of my characters.
And this dwarf with his eyes, his hair kind of black and tousled a little bit. The beard not currently under control, so it is just a fro of beard, all the way around, at least a foot long. And just kind of hugging in, focused in on his dad for a moment, and then he looks over Drake's shoulder and makes eye contact with Slayer, and like the happiness, the sad happiness that is, oh my gosh, reunited with dad, turns into, like, the sad part of it melts into this genuine joy as he kind of taps his dad and gets himself set free after a few taps, and goes walking over to the Slayer, looking up at you. Big ol' smile.
Slayer's probably still kneeling and
still looking old.
Yeah. And then looking down at it, he's like, welcome back, friend.
Oh, how you doing, bud? How you doing, bud? And he just full 2 arms tied on him. Moving up in the world. And he just kind of like, he realizes that he's cheek to face to side with the purple one. And he kind of, he glances at it, looks down at you, glances at it. You, is that the one?
Yeah.
And he grabs, like, it's a full handful for him, but it's your cheek. He grabs a full handful of your cheek. It's like, you cheeky fucker. Nice.
It's a lot I do with it, and I don't know if you can hear the sniffles, but those are in character as well.
Oh no! Oh no!
But anyway, he reaches over and he pulls out the let me get the, and then make sure I read the damn name right. The Jimothy brand purple chest burster wine cask.
Do you introduce it as such?
Dave, yeah, I pulled it out. This is Jimothy brand purple chest burster wine.
That is the most morbid thing I have ever heard in my life. I need a shot of it immediately.
Hey, the best way to come back from the dead, drunk.
Yeah, I told you I had something for you to try when you go back. And he pours a shot for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
He takes a drink, pulling out his own flagging off his head, getting prepared. He takes your right flank behind his back, and a little bit more different, but Jimothy takes the shot, and he hesitates for a second just to look around, and see that everybody else has that shot, and he's like, "Hold on to me," and shoots it down, and immediately, let's see.
Yeah, I have a big ass glass mug right here. Here we go. To Jimothy.
To Jimothy?
To Jimothy. And
is this like a group shot thing? Oh crap, I gotta bring up my other character.
One. I love it.
To Jimothy. And Akira will take the shot almost as fast as Slayer does.
Here's to failing another Jimothy shot. Let's see.
It is not letting me roll off of.
Was Valen up here, or are you still?
I don't know exactly who all was here. I don't have a map to go off of on who's actually here.
I think Valen stayed in Zephyr.
I think Valen stayed, yeah.
I don't know exactly what he would have had to do other than research at the time, but I don't think he's actually been able to actually have that conversation with the group yet.
Yeah, I felt we poured it out.
I know you started it, but I don't think I got to put my bit into it yet.
Oh my bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's nothing. It is what it is.
Darrington showed up, and so we were like, "I'll get the fuck out of here now."
Yeah, no. Once he was there, Val, or not Val, but Shade was like, "Okay, you need to leave."
You're telling me Terry and Darrington stole the show? Damn it! No way! I'm so confused.
So do we need to retconningly handle your goodbye, or do we need to port it back to Zephyr?
We can do that, but
it was gonna be.
There we go. Okay, nat 15. We can do that. So with that, Jimothy takes his shot. And Drake does not have to roll, at least for first shot, as kind of taking it down, and you can tell that that Drake drinks it. Jimothy puts it in his mouth and holds it for a moment, and just swishing it around, and just.
Enjoying
I feel like since Slayer failed, that's probably what he did too. But he didn't do it well.
And he takes it down, and just kind of that exhale of, oh, that's good shit. Oh,
yeah, it's very good.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Oh, hold on, the voice is off.
I was gonna say, I love that you're both doing it without the voice. This is making me happier.
Yeah.
How you doing, Bob? This is really good stuff, isn't it?
I cannot understand you.
That's so good. So good. Yeah, no, we you're all you welcome to Kraghama. You're all welcome to stay. He looks over towards Drake real fast. All welcome to stay, and Drake nods, just one quick nod. Here the house, you're gonna eat like dwarves, drink like dwarves. You are going to have just the best day you ever done had.
I probably say that.
And we're having more of this. Whatever the fuck you did with this.
The save for that was like a 15 or something, wasn't it?
It was a 15 plus 4.
No, I was saying for Jimothy, like the actual drink.
Yeah. Oh, DC 13.
DC 13.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Plus 2 to each additional shot.
Yeah. It gets worse.
Akira will take a second shot.
Oh yeah. And
Akira will bravely take another shot.
We'll settle this down to two more Constitution saves for the rest of the day and night of celebration, because it is going to become a whole day and a whole night.
Akira does not have to make such saves anymore.
That's another failure.
I know.
Let's see here. Let's go. I knew one was going to be real bad.
Yeah, my second two rolls were bad. The first one would have passed if it was my first shot, but
Yo, I can party with the dwarves now. I can party with the dwarves. And 18 on the die, 19 on the die, and then a nat 20 on the die.
See, if I can ever get my hands on the item that I really want, I will be right there drinking with the best of them at all times.
We want a belt of dwarven kind.
No, actually, I don't even know if it's actually an item that was an actual thing. It was something I ended up getting in Chelsea's campaign. It was like the periaptive proof against poison or something, so I couldn't get poisoned, and with alcohol being a poison, I could just drink people under the table for negotiation kind of things. It was great.
It does exist, I think.
That's what I thought.
It does. That is straight out of DMG. But as you do go through the day and night, and you see Drake wandering around, happier than most anybody's ever seen him, walking through, kind of showing off like things that have changed in the last few years since they last really saw each other face to face, and talking about this and that, and come on, mouth, we can do this. We know how to do the talking.
And randomly, slightly on but off topic, Jeremy. Shade will be constantly keeping his eye out for that necklace, the periaptive proof against poison, if it can be found. Right. Because I know it's a rare item, and based on what he does, and his line of work, it would be beneficial to have something along those lines.
What's his line of work?
If you go, that's to fight the dragon.
You don't know what my line of work is yet. The only
No, I
person
don't.
that really has a
Yeah.
good idea, most likely, is probably Luca at this point.
Luca and Slayer.
And Akira.
Slayer was present for that conversation.
Were you there for the conversation between me and Luca?
No, but between Luca and your employer.
Okay, yeah, that's that, but
Yeah.
Fair enough.
In fact, the
It's
OG
no
party,
different.
I think everyone was there almost.
Indeed.
well, of people that are actually still here.
Oh,
Characters, I should say, not actual players.
but. So,
Slayer's
Going
got a pretty nice
through-
butt.
going through and really being able to dig deep into
Butter, I
the
hardly know her.
the food and the beverage, and the more food and more beverage.
I get hammered.
Jimothy very politely asking Slayer to get some of the mash off the bottom of the cask to be able to start his own brew of it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, then that would be true. Give it the burn.
I mean, it's his brand to begin with, no matter what.
Oh, yeah, but then you'd be making.
I know.
You'd be making.
He seems to.
He'd be
he
making
seems to
it with his
really.
own brand. He'd be
Getting a-
Jimothy brand.
Getting a Big Mac from McDonald's.
Tim,
from
I
Ronald
can't hear you. I
McDonald.
see your lips moving, but I can't hear your words.
You can't hear my words, Magic Man.
Tim.
Oh, Tim.
He's working on something.
I just.
There you.
It would be Thunder brand.
Nice.
Jimothy.
And I realized
Thunder.
my mic's probably been muted for a minute.
Yeah, probably.
That's why when Sean asked about Luca's saves, probably didn't hear me say, yeah, Luca passed all of his saves for once.
No,
Yeah.
didn't.
We talked about you rock those death saves too.
It's like
like,
I
for
saw it.
once.
It's like, yeah, I saw you pass the con saves. I just didn't hear any comments.
It's the first time Luca's ever done well on con saves,
Yeah.
other than death saves.
Right.
That's just like
But-
I nat 20'd so many times when I was dead that I got a feat for it. Like, come on, man.
Let's go.
And yeah, that's true. And no,
An extra pair of feet.
Drake.
Or...
Yes.
indeed.
Shorty got the apple bottom jeans and the boots and fur, because Shorty is a
With the
centaur.
fur.
But Drake talks about the assassination of Nostoc Grey Spine, the appointing of a new head of House Grey Spine, and just all of the goings on of Craghammer as of late. But some of you faring a bit better than others, running through the hullabaloo of the night.
Do I discover any new side effects of your thinking?
You and me both.
Well, jeez.
Yeah, you.
I passed one, failed the other two. Oh wait, you failed all three, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I only failed two.
So yeah, you've been two sheets to the wind a few times, and you know that goes basically kind of doubling the effect. Particularly mimicking that of exhaustion too.
But what about 3 sheets?
Yeah, Akira will definitely help Slayer up if he stumbles any. That's if he
modest
stumbles.
for
If he
that.
doesn't, if he has his balance, then he's good.
Yeah.
Find out.
But yeah, so it's 10-foot tremor sense, 10-foot tremor sense, poisoned and halved speed at 2 sheets.
Gotcha.
And then at 3, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Fuck around. Make a wisdom save. We know he's great at these.
FAFO division. That's how it happens.
I would give out a bardic inspo, but I kind of want to see what happens.
Let the spice flow. 14.
All right. So, right around the mid end point of the night, where they do keep track of time down here with clocks and things, clocks in every room, and here in this house, anytime that a clock is chiming, they are all chiming, and they are all in very, very precise sync.
Oh, that would drive Sean the person insane.
If they were on point with each other, that would be the best.
Yeah.
Do they have like harmonies and like
that's too much clanging melodies? Too many clocks.
Within the same room, yes. Generally, it's like clocks in every room.
Yeah, so that means.
But if you're like between rooms, they are precise. And you hear the noise come from all room. But
Nyack has anime eyes at that.
But near the end of the party, Doomslayer, you forget what legs are. At least as far as control of your legs. The control of your legs is definitely you definitely feel that you have them. You can see them and inside of them with your tremor sense. But like essentially it's paralysis without all of the paralysis. You're not completely immobilized. You can still speak, but yeah, if somebody pulls you to your feet, you can kind of stay there, but
Akira will pull
the instinct to return to worm, as it were.
As they say, can I worm around instead?
We're basically worming around at speed of 5 feet.
Yeah, just like.
Oh God.
I really don't like the idea that tremor sense allows us to see inside things.
And you have 20-foot tremor sense.
And I have 20-foot tremor sense.
Wait, so every time he worms, he's going to cause like a shockwave in his eyes.
Yes. And it vibrates through the stone.
Right, but then I can hear and see everything around me better.
Exactly.
And as I'm flopping around, I see shade. I look shade in the eyes, and I just go.
I could see your bones.
So do you say that as you get like close to me, in a sense?
And I'm like close to you, but like it by happenstance. I wasn't like moving directly towards you. I was just moving along the floor,
just nearby.
And I look over at you.
So okay, so I'm curious.
I can see your bones.
With 2 fails of the Jimothy, how much tremor sense does that give me? Because it depends on the reciprocation.
Say that again.
Add on. Oh, go ahead.
I'm wondering on how much tremor sense I get with 2 fails of the Jimothy.
That one's 10. That one's 10 feet.
How far is Slayer from me at that point when he makes that statement?
Maybe 10 feet.
Yeah, let's say maybe like 10 or 15 feet. Let's just go 10 feet.
No, I can see your bones. I can see yours as well.
I hate to pile on.
I don't like this.
but Slayer would probably also feel both Luca's and Akira's tails as they just naturally kind of move, like, you know, just how tails are.
Yeah, and so he'll look over to that and just be like, "Your tails are loud."
I can feel your tails going whoosh, whoosh.
Akira is going to laugh and say, "When you're ready for bed, we'll help you get to it, because I'm not going to let you slide to your room. But have fun."
But that's going to be the best thing to watch. You know this, right?
Instead of blacking out, are they purpling out?
Good Lord.
Whenever
You get purpled out.
Whenever either of them get within 10 feet of me, I'm going to start tapping my foot talons on the ground again.
Let's just hope he doesn't leave like a purple snail trail.
Good cord. Your bones are empty.
I told you they were hollow, which is why I asked you to be careful when we sparred this morning. All this while I'm tapping my toe talons.
Akira will very astutely speak up. Have you, Nyack? Hollow bones actually isn't a hindrance. There was a monk, you see, and Akira, just as sober as the day is long, goes into telling Nyack about a Owlin monk that they learned about while they were training, who used the hollow bones to their advantage, and that they were also the master of what is known as the drunken technique.
Nyack, also fully sober, will listen intently, but also say, I mean, that's good for him, but I would be willing to bet he did... Sorry, that wasn't in the accent. Well, that's good for him. But I'd be willing to bet also that he... you know how some monks do that training to strengthen their bones? I'd be willing to bet he did quite a bit of that, and... Well, I did. I'm frail.
Well, you need all the wet in the shins, but I could do it for you.
I bet we could, we could strengthen him up. It could be a possibility.
As much as I appreciate each and every one of you, and of your sentiment on making my hollow bone stronger, I'm going to respectfully pass.
Fucking worm went across the room. You're just seeing this big
he feels the compulsion to be worm. Can be worm.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but at the same time, it's still fucking hilarious to envision. Just this big, almost 10-foot worm just.
What I like about how slow I'm imagining it is that his feet haven't even gotten to where Akira is yet. It's just his length of body is he's so fucking long.
Still slowly working his way by.
He's slowly working his way by.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just like he takes up so much of the room, like vertical, let alone horizontal.
Exactly. So he hasn't even really gotten past me yet.
I'm a medium-sized creature, only counting for squares when I'm standing vertically. But when I lay down, it's borderline large creature.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
That sounds like a pickup line, honestly.
Or are you medium?
When I'm standing, about a medium. Lay me down.
I mean, would you be in between being 2x1 instead of 2x2?
It's got like this. It's got like the same energy as saying I'm a grower, not a shower.
Yeah,
pretty
that's
fucking
true.
close. Pretty fucking close.
Anyway.
Oh man.
So good times had by all.
Yes, good times had by all, up to the point that Drake and Jimothy both hold their shit. Drake barely, but while y'all are enjoying yourselves, he actually watch this. That's gonna be awesome. And he actually holds out a hand, and it like electricity kind of pops off his hand, and just a little static zap to each of you, and Jimothy and himself. After about a minute of just charging up, and then it looks like only a little zap, and then each of you start looking at each other and looking down at yourselves, and your whole body has turned into kind of like electric current around like a hollow shell. And he says, "Watch this," and he like lightnings across the room super fast, and just kind of starts just almost like running in this triangular circle of just.
He's doing.
Isn't that cool?
Doing his best flash.
And just every time he goes to move, he just turns into a stream of electricity. And just try it. Just pick a spot. Here, come out the hall. Go down just down the hallway.
Akira will humor and run down the hallway.
I will humor as well, I guess.
And each of you, while you are, each of you except for Slayer, who are, well, no, not except for Slayer, funnily enough.
As you say, still like we go fast as worms.
Actually, yeah. So you kind of like you pick a spot and you go to run, and it's almost like everything blurs around you for a second. To you, it's just like just suddenly everything shimmers, and then you're there, and everything shimmers, and then you're over there, and then it shimmers, and you're back over there, and to everybody else, it looks like each of the others who are moving around just turn into a stream of electricity, just like Drake did, and just.
Akira does not stop doing Akira's not going to stop until the magic is out. They are loving this.
Oh, it lasts for hours.
Oh yeah, I'm zipping around until someone tells me I shouldn't zip around anymore.
You're gonna zip around until you get told not to, or you get sick because of it.
I will turn to
because I'm also doing jump kicks over people's heads.
I will turn to Slayer and say, "Does this make me an honorary cordite?"
Akira's gonna stop and say no.
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go.
There's no such thing as an honorary.
You can tell from the tone it's joking, but
let's hope so.
But
you will feel it in your worm.
And yes, and that's the thing. That's the thing is
I said what I said.
Gonna feel it in your worm.
Slayer just laying there, kind of worming a little bit, suddenly like wills himself like 20 feet further, and then like 100 feet further, and then just like still worm, just
Love it.
And yeah, because of that, that will mean that it becomes midday if y'all are going to be running around for the full 8-hour duration of the spell.
Well, maybe not the full 8 hours, but
yeah,
but long enough for Akira to kiss Luca 100 times at super speed.
And
so much
just zipping around the room.
Oh my god, you're doing the Peter versus Thanos fight, but with kisses.
Yes, I am. I'm doing the Peter versus Thanos fight with kisses.
And enjoying hours of entertainment, And Jimothy, having experienced this before, it's not quite as novel, so he enjoys it for a little bit, and then actually sits there for a minute and just focuses for a minute, and then the electricity kind of peels back, and it looks like it goes on the inside, and it looks like it's still there on the inside, kind of below the skin a little bit, but it's much more subdued, and he actually gets skin back and becomes Jimothy again, materializing.
He's mastered the Speed Force. That's amazing.
But in physical form, he's a lot less fast.
Akira, much like a child who was enjoying the roller coaster, is sad that the ride is over, but is happy for the memories.
Well, no, that was Jimothy just doesn't end it on himself. He just inverts. Whereas whenever the lightning is on the outside, you are zippity doo dah zippity a.
Okay, then I'll just keep going until it's time for bed.
Yeah, but yeah, Jimothy kind of takes it in, and then actually does the It looks like he's holding his shit together well enough that while everybody else is playing, after he did ask, he actually gets out several portions of the mash out of Slayer's pack, and looks like he's treating it, get some warm water and make sure that things are doing what they're supposed to do, and then actually transports it. And he himself, not even he asks for butler help to get things to do it with, but when he has the things, he is doing it himself.
Right.
And
at some point, I'd probably end up zapping at least myself with a lay on hands.
Eventually, yeah.
To remedy yourself.
Yeah.
And
isn't it nice?
I was say you zap yourself with lay on hands, and the poison condition disappears. And then the 10 feet of the 10 feet of the tremor sense disappears.
Your legs just don't come back.
You're still a little wibbly on the legs.
Oh no.
And your speed is already quite small, because of the halving of the speed that is still there.
Right.
Doomslayer, you've got legs.
Oh, well, so just to clarify on my own end, was 2 failures supposed to give me some exhaustion or something or anything, or?
It was just supposed to have your speed. He had exhaustion too, because I said that it was mimicking exhaustion too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. On
my
own end, because I know I failed at least 2 of those.
Yeah, but
it's funny that it didn't actually change my walking speed for some reason.
Oh, it doesn't know how to do that in D&D Beyond. Thanks, D&D Beyond.
Silly.
But
I totally
yes,
forgot that I actually have advantage on con saves now.
You get through your whole night, sleep into the daytime. You don't really see technically down here. It is represented, but it is not. When you are pardoned off to quarters, you are able to rest in darkness, as much darkness as you wish, and really truly sleep into the afternoon.
Yeah, I totally forgot with the whole me hitting level 9, have these tokens of the departed thing that give me advantage on con saves.
Love that. Well, it looks like you've got to make some departed to have tokens up.
Hey. Level 9.
I mean, it just says of people and things that I've seen fall in front of, within 30 feet. Granted, Vesh probably did. It's not my hand. It's just things that fall within 30 feet of me. I can claim a token. I'm just saying that maybe Vesh have done some things. I don't know.
She was definitely torturing somebody for that time, But no,
it's
Slayer.
fine.
Slayer, at the long rest, go ahead and make a wisdom save again.
Oh,
okay. One. This is going to be good.
Another one.
Look, y'all, it's a wisdom save, not an intelligence save.
With 15.
He is better than that.
With a 15, you do shake the leg paralysis and the speed happening.
Good.
And are able to after your long rest able to stand on your feet again. And
good.
Having laid on hands the poison from last night, there is not additional hangover.
Good.
Feeling much better, are you?
But with that, having a bit more of a party episode. Heaven knows what happened to Asher in the middle of all this drinking. But we'll find that out perhaps.
Yeah, a little bummed didn't have time to do my thing with him, but it's all right.
It's okay. We can have that be like a first thing.
Perhaps we can have that be part of next week.
Can I throw in one quick thing?
Having the hangover of the party and stuff. Hit us.
That thing I talked to you about, I would after waking up I would cast sending, and I would not speak it out loud, but mentally I would say, if you are still around, it might be beneficial for the two of us to meet and discuss what happened in Port Damali.
My brain heard imported tamales, and I know that's not what was said. But that's what my brain
tamales, you say?
To shred to say.
No, I said imported tamales.
What's done is done. We can't take back now. But what you can do,
take tomorrow.
You've told me you travel with, and it cuts, and it comes back, Lucius Debetoire. Use him. Get to his father.
What?
End his father.
Oh.
Well, now.
And that's where we'll leave off today's session. So, with that, cool. Good plan. Hopefully we don't die.
I don't like it when you say those things. Hopefully we don't die.
Well, we'll get into it next week. See exactly what kind of shit is about to go down. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you everybody for playing. Literally, this keeps me alive, and I really appreciate it. So you know what to do. Like, comment, sub, patronize
people stealing from me today?
No. It's don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications.
Right.
Yeah.
But until next time,
until
next time, please remember that kindness is in fact free, and to please keep going.
Don't forget to
like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, check out the TikTok, check out the Patreon, check out the YouTube, check out the Twitch, check out all the good things.
I couldn't help myself but try to be a smartass there at the beginning.
Sponsor us.
Well, you got the gloves of thievery. You can see.
Everyone knows the lily of the valley, a sun by Savatali, her roses sharp thorns. but the prettiest, sweetest of the flowers only grows on the farther shore. Sweet tart cherries and blackberries on the bush, bursting with nectar when the peel has been shorn. But the sweetest and most bountiful of orchards only grows on the farther shore. Till it go to the farther shore, that paradise to rest when your old heart can beat no more. We all go to the farther shore. We all go to the farther shore. Wild temptations haunt this earthly coil. Some may resist them, though others can't ignore. But the promises of pure imagination take us all to the farther shore. It must be everything that everyone was promised. It must be all that we could ever want and more. It must be better than the love we leave behind us. They only know on the farther shore. Till it go to the farther shore. For this paradise to rest when this old heart can beat no more. We all go to the farther shore. We all go to the farther shore. I want to hear everybody, come on. Till I go to the farther shore. Till I go now, yeah. Rest when this old heart can be no more. We all go to the farther shore. Let me hear you now. To the farther shore. Show a grin, wake the dead. Till I go to the farther shore. Till I go now, yeah. Rest when this old heart can be no more. We all go to the farther shore. Let me hear to the farther shore. Let me hear your voices, everyone. To the farther shore. Sing it, everyone. To the farther shore. Thank you very much, everyone. In memory of a friend.